say that, for example, I could use either term interchangeably.
Yeah.
Biological males is something that everyone would understand.
Yeah.
So why is it so important to you that terminology be changed?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the times people use like biology as a sort of like constant, obviously I'm sure you believe, maybe I'm wrong, that like biology, it's a binary and that there's male and female and that it's just like that. Is that correct? And that you can be one or the other, and that there's no...
As a general rule, there are obviously radical exceptions to the rule, like intersex people or people with, androgen resistance or stuff, but we're talking about, 0.01% of the population. So yes, obviously, and obviously even people who believe in the transgender ideology have long agreed that biology exists in a binary.
Oh, for sure.
And not gender, but biology.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Okay. So if we agree that biological sex is, or at least... Would you agree with my presumption here that certainly what's being taught on school is that gender and sex are different, and the primary difference is sex is biological and gender is societal?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay, all right. So sorry, continue with your point as to why you would prefer it be worded with trans women versus biological males.
Because I do believe that as far as expression goes, like obviously there is that difference that you're talking about. And even in trans women, a lot of them who do compete in sports, there is obviously the hormonal, estrogen and like all the treatment that they go through, which does alter their physical sort of ability to compete in these sports. And so to say biological men instead of trans women sort of indicates that there is no difference when I think there probably is.
Actually, I would argue, maybe I'm misunderstanding your point, because you just said that gender is societal.
Yeah.
Sex is biological.
Yeah.
So the reason that I am saying is biological males is because this is biological, right?
Yeah.
Males.
Yeah.
But then you're saying you would rather see trans women, which is societal. It's not biological. Sports are separated by biology.
Okay.
That's why there are male-female divisions.
Yes.
And up until recently, male-female divisions, men's and women's divisions, they were always separated by biology. And you're suggesting that it would be more conducive to an accurate assessment here by using a gendered term rather than biological.
Okay, I see your point now. Yes. So I would concede to you on that. As far as the distinction, I'm fine with the wording if that is sort of your,
Well, I want to understand your position, because you just said that gender and sex are different.
Yes.
And my issue is with, I don't care if someone wants to identify.
Yeah.
Right? If they want to identify as a woman in society, that's a totally separate issue. We're talking about sports, which have been separated by biological sex.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
We're talking about biological males who are now dominating biological females.
Okay, so my point of contention with what you just said there would be that biological males are dominating biological females. I have not seen that play out. Obviously, there's a few cases here and there, but I could easily just make the argument that Leah Thomas came in 8th in one of her races and came in 5th in another one. And so I would just
set the record in one.
Yes,
and
for
set
sure.
the record with a time that would have ranked not even in the top 500.
Yeah.
Right, not even the top 500 male rankings for the 500 meter, not even the top 800 for the 200 meter, which I believe is what Leah Thomas won.
You're saying the record he set when he was racing women.
The record that he set as a race with women,
would not even register.
Rank in the top 500 with
and
men.
how does that further your point?
Well, the point is this is someone who was competing as a male, was a middling to low end of the pack male, and is now a champion female.
My argument to that would just be that the reason why he was middle of the pack was because he was on hormones. And because he had begun to transition while he was competing against men, as far as I was aware.
No, and if you would argue that, it would certainly only be at the tail end, not for the entirety of his athletic career.
No, not from the entirety.
Right.
But when you're looking at those middle of the pack numbers, I believe, and obviously it's just your word against my word, so I'm not gonna stay on this point.
No, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I try and make all the references publicly available, so when this goes up. Because I can just easily get something wrong. For example, I could be mixing up the 200 and 500 meter.
Right.
Yeah. I know that he won one of them.
And it's you're missing the forest for the trees if you want to get caught up in that.
Exactly, because there are many, many examples of biological males dominating biological females. There are over 80 examples of women who either lost out on opportunities or scholarships. You have Mary Gregory, I believe, in powerlifting. You have women cycling, a record that was set. You have examples across the board in weightlifting, in cycling, in swimming, in track.
Yeah.
Well, I live most of my life out on YouTube with only a little channel, a handful of subscribers.
But I've never seen this one, I don't think. Is this a new one? They played one last week from like 2 years ago.
Out on YouTube with only a little channel, a handful of subscribers. I reckon they didn't like me on the platform one bit. Back then it was mostly just me uploading short videos, me talking to my camera. I ain't had nothing but a bed sheet, a camera, a couple of microphones down there. Well, back then the Young Turks used to make quite a bit of sport of me. They teased me quite a bit. I got to the point where I could feed Hopper cheese and biscuits 4 times a week, but mostly I just sat out there making videos on my channel.
Figure out what it is.
Well, one night
I'm not sure if I know it.
Nothing, just staring at the YouTube, searching on a PragerU video for the Electoral College. All I could find was them there makeup tutorials in my suggested feed. So I logged into my YouTube account to see what was wrong with it. Turns out every video had been put in restricted. I even been unsubscribed from Louder with Crowder, my favorite channel. I had to resubscribe quite a bit. But even when I did, I didn't receive no notifications. Had to hit the bell 3 times. But then I ain't seen nothing but Trevor Noah videos in my suggested feed. Then I just seen red. I hired myself a half-Asian lawyer. Some people think he's half Mexican, he's half Asian. Got home in little shaped eyes and hair that stick out straight out the side of his head. Don't matter how he cut it, I reckon. You just puff out like that, black as pitch. 'Cause he's half Asian.
Yeah, I have no idea.
That is the last sip of the week. It's Thursday.
Yeah. All right.
Which means it's my favorite day of the week. That means it's Mug Club Chat Thursday, where we take more of your chats for about like an hour.
Oh, geez.
Every Thursday. And of course, everyone comes up with incredibly profane names, but we love you for it. Before I move into anything else, first off, Hunter Biden's laptop is real.
Uh-huh.
The more important part about that is, remember the 50 intelligence officials who said that it was Russian disinformation? That's what we should be focusing on. Is treason still a thing?
No.
I guess not.
No.
Yeah.
Just if you put on a funny hat and go into the Capitol, but if you actually lie about a sitting president's son making tens of millions of dollars with foreign oligarchs, no, nothing. Nothing.
Fine. Nothing to see here.
All good.
So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the incoming food shortage. A lot of people have discussed it, but don't really understand why it's happening here in the United States. It's both due to foreign affairs and due to domestic stupidity. You're going to have to spend about $5,000 more per month. So let me ask you this first question is, do you feel confident that you could take care of your family? Right? Your family, your kin, in the event that we have a food shortage. In the event that you have to spend an extra $400-something per month just to live.
Okay,
People said, how bad can it get? And people like me, I was wrong. The optimist would say, well, we have checks and balances that it'll at least take a while. Sorry.
No.
I apologize. It was so fast. This has happened so quickly. You thought gas was bad. Oh, my word. So we're going to be talking about all of this.
Pets are more yes than no.
Right.
Did you just say 5,000 a year?
Yes.
More? Oh gosh. Does
Yeah.
that mean we get raises?
Well, no, because I don't get a raise. Well, you know what? You go to Mug Club, loudcarter.com/Mug Club.
Please.
You can help me feed poor Jared.
Thank you.
He eats as much as a small house, if houses would eat. Monster House. I'm a DreamWorks guy.
They're still big.
Also, if this show gets removed from YouTube, because we have some things we'll be discussing today that might not be too YouTube friendly, and by that I mean accurate, it still streams Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern on Rumble or on Mug Club. Just go over to Rumble. Nothing would make me happier than to bust YouTube's balls and have every single last one of you subscribers go over to Rumble. We'll let you know when there's no show. If you don't see us on YouTube, it doesn't mean there's no show. It just means that they don't like us. Okay, so Gerald A. is here. How are you?
I'm not as good as I was doing a minute ago. I just got a $5,000 deduction from my pay. So how are you?
Well, I mean, come on, man. You're living in America above ground.
Well, that's true.
That guy on CNN has a turtleneck, so he's doing pretty well. Look at that.
Oh,
He's a sprocket.
Yes. Now's the time on CNN for every dance.
Yes.
that's Steve Jobs.
Yeah, well, it's the ghost of Steve Jobs. Ooh, I was a fruitarian. Worked like a charm.
Yes.
You know him, you love him, you hear him at Landau Dave on Twitter. Dave Landau, how are you?
Good. How about you? Ahoy.
I'm doing all right. You got your family too in town?
Yes, I do.
That's nice.
Yeah, taking my son to some events.
Good. Well, you know what? You might want to tell your son to just cut back on the calories.
That's what we've said.
Yeah.
We feel, food shortage, good stuff.
Right. Just
Yep.
he should just join Shortage
I'm good with
Watchers.
both.
Yeah, we're going to do a little old Yeller
Yes.
time.
A little bit of Famine Craig.
Yep.
Yeah, Steven, this is a
Okay, well,
national diet.
Because
We've actually
weekends
sprung it.
Yes, exactly.
Do you want another?
All right.
Couple do it?
I haven't seen this, but
Okay,
we'll
here
talk
we go.
about this first before anything. Is apparently Will Smith. This was just given to me by the producers. I said, "Don't watch this. You'll see it on air for the first time." Apparently, Will Smith is also a high school track star.
That's fucking illegal.
No.
I have to tell you, I'm surprised it took that long for that to happen. I'm surprised. You'll see it on air for the first time. Apparently, Will Smith is also a high school track star.
That's fucking illegal.
No.
I have to tell you, I'm surprised it took that long for that to happen. I'm surprised that the biathlon. I don't get. If I'm in second place, I'm just picking off first. Gold medal. Thank you.
Isn't that how you
Do you have
hand off
comms
the
or no?
baton?
That's what I thought.
comms?
Yeah, I assumed
I
you
don't buy
just
Waffle
punch the guy in
House,
front of
so
you.
Otherwise, why would you give him a steel baton?
I like this way more than the old way.
Why would you play the
No
knockout
comms,
game
no
during
comms.
the race?
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, I mean,
Isn't it obvious? It's to win the race.
You get disqualified.
you don't
slow
come in
and-
first if that guy's gonna win.
Right.
Come on.
Well, hold on, time out. When in the history of man has a white guy been faster in general? I mean, come on.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Going.
Yeah. Well,
Now,
yeah, we allowed. Can
Idea chamber. So be careful, chat. One's maze. Two are lit.
Player standing.
you dead name in that situation because it was Bruce that won.
no, Caitlyn Jenner. Bruce Jenner. Even, Bruce Jenner made a joke saying, "At least I had the balls to compete with the men, and men should not be competing with women." Okay. This is getting silly. With all this men competing against
Is it
women.
really getting silly?
This is getting really silly. I mean, I'm a man with fake tits. That we now know the lesson, right? It's
Yeah.
slow and violent wins the race.
Right, yeah.
Did he think nobody would see him?
Wait, Viper, no.
I mean, everybody's watching you do
Can we
that.
play this again? Because it does look for a second like he does a little bit of a...
Do you have a different wall?
I
Nobody caught
did
that,
he get
right?
run into or something? Because he looks like he's all out of sorts.
Yes, that's what happened. He was
Yes.
accidentally run into, and it was like, my hand slipped. I don't know.
No, I mean, he did throw the puck.
If you don't, it's fine. Just let me know and I'll marshal somewhere else.
Area
Okay.
Someone's up.
88 to Omen.
Going. Killed myself.
Damn.
Reloading.
Upset Walrus.
No
Hello.
time.
What's going on?
30 seconds left.
I think they got this.
Punch after. I'm just saying he looked like there was like some
One
bumping
enemy
going
remaining.
Track is so boring though. It would be
Spike
funny if
down
everybody
A.
was looking at their phones.
Yes.
Like, oh, what
Nobody
happened?
saw it.
They all missed.
Well, what you could do is play this game in Detroit and
Okay,
just
90.
give them, you know, a piece of an evidentiary weapon. Just
Oh,
pass
true.
off
Yeah,
the hot Saturday night special.
That's true.
Well, nice to meet you then, Walrus.
Did they have weapons?
It's just for some context for what they're talking about here.
Someone want this?
The first time. Apparently, Will Smith is also a high school track star.
So Viper, are you comfortable with that wall? Because you can do that wall if you want. I didn't mean to like stop you in your tracks.
Track star.
You don't have a different wall.
That's fucking illegal.
Yeah, you're good. I'll just set up elsewhere.
No.
I have to tell you, I'm surprised it took that long for that to happen. I'm surprised that the biathlon. I don't get. If I'm in second place, I'm just picking off first. Gold medal. Thank you.
Isn't that how you
Yeah.
hand off the baton?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I assumed that you just punch the guy in front of you.
Otherwise, why would you give him a steel baton?
I like this way more than the old way.
Why would you play the knockout game during the race?
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, I mean,
Isn't it obvious? It's to win the race.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? That little ledge stopped me.
Guy's gonna win.
Right.
Come on.
Well, hold on, time out. When in the history of man has a white guy been faster in general? I mean, come on. Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we allowed. Can you dead name in that situation?
Why he slapped? I know, they're just in a race. He just fucking took him out. Like,
Because it was Bruce that won the match.
No, Caitlyn Jenner. Bruce Jenner even said Bruce Jenner
Spike
made a joke
down
saying,
A.
"At least I had the balls to compete with men. Men should not."
One enemy remaining.
Bruce Jenner actually made that joke? Really?
Nice shot.
It was Bruce that won the match.
No, Caitlyn Jenner. Bruce Jenner even said Bruce Jenner made a joke saying, "At least I had the
Let's get
balls
these
to compete
idiots.
with the men, and men should not be competing with women."
Okay.
This is getting silly with all this men competing
don't
against
mind if
women.
you're
Really
not,
getting
right?
silly.
This is getting really silly. I mean, I'm a man with
Because if
fake
you do,
tits.
I don't have to, but I would like to.
That we now know the lesson,
Okay.
right? It's
Yeah.
slow
Someone
and
said no,
violent wins
Viper,
the
don't
race.
play your role.
Right, yeah.
Did he think nobody would see him?
Please.
I mean, everybody's watching you do
Can we
that.
play this again? Because
Yeah.
it does look for a second like he does a little bit of a...
I think,
Nobody caught
did
that,
he get
right?
run into or something? Because he looks like he's all out of sorts.
Yes, that's what happened. He was accidentally run into, and it was like, my hand slipped. I don't know.
No, I mean, he did throw the punch after. I'm just saying he looked like there was like some bumping going on.
Track is so boring, though. It would be funny if everybody was just looking at their phones.
Yes.
Oh, what
Nobody
happened?
saw it.
They all missed.
Well, what you could do is play this game in Detroit and just give them, you know, a piece of
should run.
an evidentiary weapon. Just pass off the hot Saturday night special.
That's true. You would still get a scholarship.
Yes, you still would have to.
Totally fine. All right.
All of you would, particularly in the women's division when
Fuck,
you're a man.
120
All right, let's see. Let me see this
Off
again.
behind yellow.
He hesitates.
Oh my god, I can't believe I still
you're right.
landed on
No,
that.
No running into.
That's a
At
temper
all.
shot.
Yeah, Killjoy's
Does he
one.
walk back over and do something? What's going on?
No, he just keeps running to win.
What you need to do is have him. His punishment should be forcing that man to run straight into the wrestling room
Oh, for sure.
and just let that team just, you know.
He just Forrest
Ragdoll.
Gumps it right up.
Yes,
I
exactly.
kept running.
Okay, hold on. I need silence for a
One
second.
enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Good shit. Ah, fuck. I didn't get a gun there. Oh well.
Can someone get this?
That really sucks, actually. That would have been nice.
If you want, Sage.
Oh no, fucking chamber got me. He was supposed to pick it up.
Fuck it, I'm gonna play with that sheriff again.
Why?
Holy
Actually,
shit.
He's got a bunch of
Way to rest.
corn-fed, angry white farm boys who,
Yeah.
you know, couldn't
Never
make
mind,
the cut
never
for any
mind.
other team, and
mind.
it turns out they're good at violence. Okay.
Researchers are saying too, according to witnesses, the guy who threw the
out of
hit
my
was
way.
not in the race.
Oh, he just ran onto the track.
He's just like a
that's
felony streaker?
Yeah.
He's just like a violent streaker? It's like, remember Parachute Man and the Evander Holyfield?
There's a white kid tied up in the locker room like on Scooby-Doo, and he took his uniform.
Yeah, they just said he tried getting in the way of the previous lap and then threw that hit.
Why didn't they stop him before? Come on.
We have an epidemic of no security in this country. I mean, Will Smith walked the equivalent of what is a private jet
Spike
runway
planted.
to smack Chris Rock. This guy makes it onto the track. He didn't even run across the track. Here's what I do respect is he wanted to get a hit in on a guy. He wasn't in on the race, but he decided to lay low for. He knew that he was fast enough to beat all the other guys rather than run across the track.
Enemy remaining.
Nice.
You know what I don't like though?
I knew she wasn't gonna peek me.
That's the most.
Thanks.
That's the most
Nice, can you
hurtful
take out
thing.
my-
Huge.
Well, the punch.
The punch
Where is it?
well, the thing that hurts the second
You
most
got it?
is,
Cool.
is the lack of respect. We've got a lot of growing up to do.
Nice.
Third most of the track hitting after being punched.
Well, yeah, that's the second most, and then the punch.
Then maybe the punch.
Then the
Yeah,
punch.
then the punch.
Punches first, and then third.
Yeah.
Lack of respect.
Well, actually, what hurts the most is what happened next when he got a hold of the javelin.
I haven't actually watched an episode of Crowder in a while. I liked his recent Change My Mind, and how's your night going anyways? Upset Walrus.
Yes. Yeah, the pole vault is really it got ugly.
It was just white track star
I still have that.
skewers.
Check our privilege, guys.
And
Check
that's,
our
by the
privilege.
way, that's also, come on, that's an oxymoron. What white track star?
Yeah, that's.
You'll see in the upcoming Change My Mind, actually, someone accused me of being racist because I said that, in general, at the elite level, black people tend to run faster times than white people. It was like, I would never say that.
I actually saw a clip of that. It's like, so you're saying black people are better athletes? Yes.
Yeah.
You got
Good job,
You got
Spike
me.
mid. Outside
Seen an
spawn.
NBA game recently?
I'm complimenting you. You're right.
Yeah. Yes,
Fucking
they are.
56.
And we don't have any,
Can I
white
get a
people don't
heal?
have any sport anymore. I mean, white people had golf, and then Tiger Woods came in.
You're saying they're
You
better
should
soul
run.
singers?
Well, yeah.
Are you saying that
Fuck.
they have more interesting cultural dances?
Yes.
All right, now.
Again.
You know, you're right. I should never compliment you.
But then people get mad if I say not as strong as the crazy
What the
Eastern European, Polish,
Oh, yeah.
the Norwegian, the Icelandic.
Better to do.
No, those people are just the strongest people in the world and the fastest, most athletic people. If you look at all the land speed records, tend to be black.
I don't know how I didn't get the jet.
Don't
Fuck.
punch your fellow track. I hope that they
I should have just stood still the whole time trying to aim. That's so
Some
bad.
guy.
Yeah, some guy.
Some
Jesus
random guy
Christ.
running onto the track.
Yeah.
Got it.
Is he running on the track with a hot dog?
You know what? I could do this.
Didn't even spill my food.
Are you allowed to hit him? I think I could do this.
Yeah. This is totally a fun race.
It's cat night at the field, bitch!
Oh,
All right.
You gotta admit, he's pretty good for a guy who just decided to do it right then.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, respect where it's due. Okay, speaking of respect where it's due, people have talked about the Great Reset. I will say this.
Wall two,
The left is incredibly effective at moving towards things unbelievably.
I heard them drop Spike at the front of A.
Going.
They dropped it over here.
Here.
Killjoy?
Fuck, 34 HP. Like I am.
Going.
Fuck, someone's coming from mid. No one watched mid? They came all the way through mid for free.
Fuck.
Someone's gotta watch mid. That's so retarded. I've been playing A every round. I'm just gonna take mid from now on, so that someone's on it.
One enemy remaining. Spike down.
I guess I
Defender
played mid
spawn.
like twice. That might have fucked someone up.
Last player standing.
Spike's right in front of you at the bottom of the stairs. There's no need to peek that like that. She had to move so far to get this spike still. Just to come like all the way up to here to get Spike. Mm.
You want me to wall tube again? Or never mind, there's a slow there. Want me to heal you?
Yes, please.
You want me to wait? I'm going.
Thank you. Oh fuck. Turret on the left.
Fuck, she's quick with it.
Spike planted. Last player
Of course.
standing.
She's still up there.
Take aim, then fire. It's not complicated.
This is gonna be fun.
No way. Of course, the day I go away, the round I go away.
The hunt begins.
Almond's opping. Be careful. He's still backside.
Last player standing.
One down.
Almond is... Damn.
They lined up for me. I almost had them both with one. Fuck.
Let us see what they have planned for us this time.
2 loss streak with 2 kills. Got some decent econ at least. I can buy again. Buy again next round if we win and I get a kill or 2. Wait, maybe I save this and use my ult this round.
I'm playing.
I fucked up. Not much of a jet player, fuck. I tried. I needed to get higher and have more time to float.
Spike down A.
Watch out for op.
One enemy remaining.
Spike spotted A. Here.
They just switched off the up.
Nice.
Wow, good shit.
Friends of ours are not too friendly.
You want that? Or can I convince you to drop it? Just so you know, Chambers' lights are flickering, so if he disconnects, it's not his fault. He apologizes ahead of time.
Is he in Eastern Europe?
No, there's a...
Let's go.
What?
I'm
There's
just
a
kidding.
storm. I was like, Eastern Europe. It's
I was just wondering if World War III was starting.
Run.
Sign me the fuck up.
I've got your trail.
Where'd you die?
50 KJ, 34 Sky, and 35.
Your duty is not over. Cool.
Amazing, thank you.
Spike planted.
Someone tube.
Yikes.
Yeah, I got revenge on the person who killed me. Thanks for that res. That's huge.
I got.
That's good.
One enemy remaining.
She's definitely just set up util. There we go.
Nice.
Oh, which glitch pop do I want? They have both.
Sir.
Last round in the half.
Can't take anything with us after this.
Does anyone have mercy?
Alright, Viper. If I shoot my shot, then pull up wall, alright? I might die.
You're so dead.
Fuck it.
Enemy kill.
Enemy spotted B. Enemy B.
What the fuck?
Here comes the party.
Raina's on your left, on your left.
Gun here.
They're both backs.
Fuck me, I fucked up that flank so bad.
Last player standing.
Get out of my way.
One enemy remaining.
On your left. Might be behind yellow? I don't know.
They had Spike back there, they might have just gone A.
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
You can play ult, by the way. Yeah, just try to pop ult.
I was gonna say drop out of heaven with ults, but...
Damn.
Wow, weird angle. He must have gone to tube to try and catch you on your way over.
Switching sides.
I don't know any
Alright,
other
guys,
reason
we
he'd
got
play
it this
there.
time. Once again, I don't buy wall first round, just letting you guys know, unless you really want me to.
Well, yeah, I think we're good. Ending this map on defense, 6-6. That's pretty good. We're not down, so that's positive.
If I'm being honest, I'm better on defending. So, just take that as a con to your pros.
Stay safe.
I'll try.
Enemy spotted B. Here. Healing you. Multiple enemies B.
One.
Enemy B.
Stay down. See ya.
Raina's overhealed, watch out.
That's a good spot.
One enemy remaining.
Destroyed.
54 on them.
Over self heal as soon as you can.
Planted. No charges left.
Should I check my right?
No, he should be behind chamber somewhere. Although maybe he flanked around. Like.
Last player.
Oh
What?
Jesus! That scared the fuck out of me. I knew it. I don't know how he got past me. I was looking at both fucking shits.
Clutch.
Just bad timing.
Paint, check. Charges, check. Brakes, nowhere in sight. Together. One down.
Go up and I'll heal.
For you. Grounded.
One enemy remaining.
Here.
Last player
Fuck,
standing.
he's on site. Below. Good shit.
Okay.
Pick up a sheriff. Oh.
Just let them
Got one.
try to catch me.
Fucking right. This is where we come back and win this hard. Me personally. Team's been pretty even most of the game.
Reloading. Caution here. Our spike carrier is
For 101.
Spike down A.
Yeah, whatever's 101. Someone's flying, by the way.
I got the spike.
Someone was flying?
Last player standing.
Two mid. One.
Spike down. Attacker spawn. Flawless.
Fuck.
Look at me. I know that I am by your side.
Isolate and exterminate.
I hate peeking up into that tube. It's so disorienting for some reason. It's so hard to aim at the right fucking spot. Oh my god.
Last player standing.
That was quick. Alright, can you give me enough time to run to the washroom and take a piss? Just try not to die too quick. I just want to pack a bowl actually, but people... I hate when I die first and then everyone else dies right after me. Huge cap. But telling him that might also make him play the game better. Might make him try and stay alive longer. Yeah, he heard this guy coming behind him.
Fuck it.
Well done, sir.
No problem.
Nobody's a hero when they're crying.
Jet, pick up spot.
I got it.
I got the spike. Spike drop.
I don't want killed you.
Barrier created.
Fuck, plant.
For you.
Right on that bait.
Nightmare's over.
Planted.
Fucking. They're both mid, by the way. But...
I suck right now.
Pushing up.
On your left, behind your low.
Maybe not. Push up. Maybe don't.
Player standing.
Play time as best you can here.
My bad.
She doesn't have time. If she had done that, if she had canceled.
What? Why'd you do that?
You know what? We'll take it.
Race it to the spike site.
That was weird. The Reyna totally just gave away that round.
I guess we'll take it.
Yeah, fucking right. We'll take it. I'd much rather be 8-9 than fucking 7-10 right now. You got tabbed out. Oh my god, that's the worst. I don't know how fucking gamers let that happen on their PC. If you find something like
My
that.
phone just fell on my keyboard and I tapped out like 3 rounds.
Oh, weird.
It genuinely just happens.
But some people just have programs that like do that to them. I'm like, well, fucking fix that shit.
It's that F12 button.
You got fucking spider fingers that are accidentally reaching the F12 button.
Spike down A.
Reloaded. See ya.
Spike down A.
Fuck, I'm waiting for him. Fuck.
Last player standing.
Raptors.
Jesus Christ.
I got your backs. Just, you know, from the front.
I'm saving this round. An eco next. Bye for next round, Satan. Don't waste your money on that garbage. Oh yeah, you've been playing Guardian all game, haven't you?
Yeah, it's kind of his go-to.
But still, I'd rather be safe, get a full shield next round.
I need to blow something up.
I should have got full shield and ulted. Fuck. I'm not gonna ult without my shield.
Play smart, guys.
Spike down B.
Message sent.
Fuck.
Not necessarily playing smart.
Nope.
Last player
bad.
Fuck,
standing.
that was stupid.
I hit it from 140.
Sorry, we got this save round. It's whatever.
Prepare yourselves.
Who wants to forfeit?
Yeah, seriously. Don't give up on everything in life.
It wasn't me or Chamber. It doesn't seem like
Or
you
me.
got raised, Viper. You got issues?
Nah, it wasn't me. Probably Viper.
Viper, come on. Come
Grow
on.
a set.
Come on.
Yeah, why Viper?
Grow a set, bro.
We got this. Don't get discouraged. It's fine.
Grow a big hairy set of balls.
Or pubes on your mom pubis if you're a girl.
Nice shot.
Blocking sight.
Play off of Viper ult. Viper ult. Viper ult.
40 Sky, 40 KJ.
Viper, we need you to ult, my mans.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Last player standing. One enemy
Res maybe?
remaining.
Your duty is not over.
Or that works too. Eco res.
Is what I trained for.
We have ults still, so.
Well, I didn't think I had that with him. I feel like my pressure would have gotten to me, honestly.
Yeah, a little backup.
Who wants to spam?
Assurance.
Here. Gun here. Need a drop. Thanks.
Dunkashan.
See, Viper? We just gotta play smart.
Actually, I'm gonna sell that. I'm gonna ult this round. So, but thank you. But I'm gonna save the money. Fuck.
Spike down.
Got her though.
B.
Yellow.
Yeah, on yellow, hugging the front of it. Nice.
Viper plan and ult. Plan and ult first and then plan.
Terminus.
Viper, you need to get that ult
Player
out, bro.
standing.
Did you even look right behind you? You haven't checked right directly. Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Don't scare me.
That would have sucked if he was there.
One enemy remaining.
Oh my lord.
I am not just
You're crazy.
That was insane,
I
dude.
tried.
Actually, what's your peak? What's your rank peak? on your-
Gold 2. Gold
Okay.
3. But this is my alt account. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, yeah. I meant on your main account.
Yeah. Almost hit plat, but I need teammates. So, you know.
Yeah, I feel that. Hey,
And when you hit gold, when you hit high gold, no one wants to talk, no one wants to be friends, and I feel like people don't realize that like crafting a good team.
I have an IRL friend who's like, he always drifts between gold 3 and plat 1, and I just need to like actually hit or / stay in silver to like play with him more. But then as soon as I get to silver, and then that's when he hits plat, and I have to hit gold to play with him.
Fuck, 130 jet. They probably think it's B though, so if you just go slow, you should be able to push on site. Viper ult.
Yeah,
go,
KJ
go,
left,
go,
KJ
go,
left,
go,
Viper
go,
ult,
go.
yeah. KJ left.
Just play smart, you guys.
You should run.
Fuck.
It's okay, we have a lineup. It's very openly planted. It's very openly planted.
Here. Oops.
I got whoever was trying to defuse there. What? They got a second diffuser on it? After I killed the first diffuser? That's bullshit.
Match point.
So the gas was up, but Viper, if it's your gas is up blocking us from seeing it, you kind of have to be the one to push the spike when you hear defuse. Like, what the fuck? I killed one diffuser and then they got a second diffuser on it.
It's all good. You win some, you lose some. But I still have hope for this. We just
Yeah,
have to
no, me
postpone.
too.
If I can get this jet pick if she peeks, we should be good. If I die, then we're fine. I'll take the 50-50 though. Oh.
Enemy spotted.
Jet was mid, I think.
That's there.
Fuck me. I got pinched.
down,
2 of them
B.
on green.
Enemy spotted B.
I mean orange. 2 of them on orange.
I have them.
What
Get
the
out of my
fuck?
way.
Last player standing.
So close.
That she dropped a phantom right next to you in this one. Okay. She can kill you with this wolf.
30 seconds left.
Nice try.
Defenders win.
Rough. Should have asked for duelist, Sage. You should have asked for a duelist.
Quickly, without concern, not only for the opposing party, for the opposing half of America, but without concern for the well-being of America.
Match found.
And I've always said this in the past, and I will say my views are changing a little bit. You know, you can comment below if you think that I was just being naive. I don't want to be getting bitter, but I've always said don't attribute to malice what you can attribute to ignorance. Now, I don't believe that there's some master plot with just 1 or 2 people here who are acting in unison. But I do think
That's
that
like
at
what
this
Eric from
point
New
in
Rockstar
time,
said
when
earlier.
you look at what is happening, not only with inflation, not only with gas prices, not only with unemployment, and you look at this administration praising the actions that have led to it, with no one saying, look, we get...
Yo. Right now, Neon, neither of you have a mic.
Joe, do you have a mic? Yeah, I got a mic, bro. How's your day, man?
Yeah. Well, we got triple duelists already. This is great. See you later.
Well, bro,
Get it. This is...
Do I read this? Don't you come into the mic. My bad. How can you hear that? Oh wait, did Windows fuck with my shit again? Watch, this should be 15, but it's not gonna be. What? Windows always does this. See, if it's here, you wouldn't hear me chewing. That's fucking weird. I'm not trying to be an ASMR channel. I'm sorry. Gee. I know the range of my mic and everything. I just Windows automatically fucks with your volume. I don't know how to fix it. I've tried looking it up. I've tried multiple solutions.
Match found.
Did you read the title? I was watching some stuff about that earlier. It says I'm only an hour into my stream, but my internet cut out. I've been streaming for hours.
They have no idea how heartless I am.
People are making it political. Trying to force their politics into it. I remember you. Your game is just asking stupid questions. You just live under a rock, Amarillo Brillo? And then he's gonna say, why do you think I live under a rock? I'd be like, because you don't know what's going on with trans people in politics. What's going on with trans people in politics? Google it. Why do you tell people to Google things? Well, this isn't your first time chatting. You're not a first time chatter. So, and I remember your name from a couple weeks ago. You do that 5-year-old questioning. No, I'm pretty sure it was like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago max. Because I don't remember that kind of stuff for that long. Yeah, I've heard of the Socratic method. Have you ever heard of contributing something to a conversation other than dumb questions? Sorry.
Reloading. Hawk out.
Smoke's down.
Blinded.
Stim beacon down.
Reloading. Somebody reloading.
Spike's down.
I have the spike.
Smoke's down.
Why do you feel like I need to define the Socratic method for you? You're just coming in here asking me to define the Socratic method for you for no reason?
Our spike's down.
Why don't you define it for me?
Spike down B. Last player standing.
Jesus fuck. I hate the right click.
Everyone give Sage a break. Crying over every bruise. I'm here. You can bother me.
I don't think you know what it is. Okay. Sure. My child brain just can't handle it. Your questions are too high IQ for me. I'm sorry. Your levels of questioning are just too Socratic. My bad. I didn't pick up on how Socratic you were being.
Spike down B.
Jesus. Gun here. These little ping spikes since my internet refreshed. I'm gonna just reset my connection real quick. I'll be like disconnected for like 5 seconds.
Launching.
Seconds left. Last player standing.
I just enjoy it, Amarillo. What motivates you to watch people on Twitch?
They don't have a single life worth saving.
I just enjoy hanging out with a couple people. The world has become more online. It's nice to just hang out online and let people come in and hang out if they want to. I always used to like have a very central hangout spot in high school. My friends always used to come to my place generally.
Together.
So I kind of just emulate that same mentality online. Just being like a hangout place for people to come hang out. fucking op. Round 3 op
down
and
A.
King Jet. Yeah, Sparkle is a pure shit poster, and you really gotta realize that first and foremost if you're gonna come here.
Blinded. Go get him.
Yeah, I'm kind of just
down
like
A.
shit posting with
Last
my shit
player
titles
standing.
and Twitch politics because they fucking ban people for the most ridiculous reasons.
Unavoidable.
I hate this platform.
Enemy
I'm
remaining.
multi-streaming through YouTube right now, dude. It's like, have you heard of Destiny, Amarillo, Brillo? He's just one example, but Destiny just got banned off this platform. Biggest like political streamer. Destiny just got banned for basically saying trans people shouldn't, like trans women should not compete in
30 seconds left.
women's sports. Same thing that's in my title. Crazy clutch.
I am not disco healer.
So yeah, I'm trying to game and stuff, but if people want to come in here and argue with me about it, then
Why are
that's
the
why my
rest of us
title's like
even
that.
here?
But I asked you a question. You asked me a question. You said, "What motivates me to stream on Twitch?" I said, "I just enjoy it. I like to hang out with people." I'm asking you, what motivates you to watch Twitch? Why do you like to watch Twitch? I'm not big enough to actually get banned. I was just joking. Who knows though? Yeah, Destiny got banned. So Amarillo Brillo, what motivates you to watch Twitch for like the 3rd time now? You're just ignoring my question. You tend to chat in Twitch, but you don't actually listen to what's being said. You just like to see your own words come out.
Blinded. Reloading.
Your left, Sky. Your left, Sky. On your left, Sky. Behind you, Sky. Maybe. I think there's one there. Oh, my bad. Sorry.
One
I
down.
really thought there was one stuck over there. Yes.
Cutting their vision. One enemy remaining.
Oh, shit. Video games are pretty political now.
Together, we will bury them under their
Video games are pretty you like interacting with streamers on political points. Okay. That's the only reason you watch Twitch? You only watch the politics channel?
Sage, could I get a buy?
Thanks.
You know, like that guy who we were just talking about, Destiny, who started like politics on Twitch, he tends to play a lot of video games while he talks about stuff. So if people want to come in and talk to me about stuff, sure.
You want to
Other
play?
than that,
Let's
I'm just
play.
chilling. In the politics category, do you got a problem with that? Are you part of Twitch staff? Here to tell me that I can't be in the politics category if I'm not consistently talking about politics every fucking second of my time in here?
Get out of my way!
Nazi.
One enemy remaining.
117.
Team Ace.
Yeah, you just answered after I asked you for the 3rd time.
I feel something over there. Can't place it. Like us, but different.
Maybe there's a massive delay. Are you watching from like from across the world or something? That can affect Twitch chat delay. You're watching from like Bosnia right now on Starlink. Friend Bay.
Cutting their vision.
Stim beacon here. Smoke's down.
Barriers here.
Planet.
One enemy remaining.
Look at she. Yeah, I'm curious, what is your trance on trans women competing against women in sports, against like cis women in women's leagues? No, your stance on specific. You can get unfairly tips the competition. Well, that's a pretty fair and balanced take. I appreciate that. See, Sparkle's just a shit poster.
I can't be away for long.
Don't even respond to that.
Need equipment.
What do you need?
Thanks.
Reloading.
Yes, they should. Actually, my grade 12 essay in like English class, I can't speak English.
Safety's off.
Apparently. My grade 12 essay was comparing Plato's Republic to A Clockwork Orange. My teacher told me, he was like, you don't have to read all of Plato's Republic. It was a cool project because he had personally taken like a bunch of different things and been like, you compare this with this. It was like this poem with this book, or like this CD with this novel, or like this short story with this. And like I had chosen one where it was A Clockwork Orange, which is dystopia, comparing it with Plato's Republic, which is like a vision of utopia. I read a lot, and then that got me really into like philosophy. I read a bunch of philosophy after that because I just liked the way it was written. After that, Descartes' Meditations was one of the first ones I read, and I tell people that's like a good one to start with.
Reloading. Ouch!
Spike drop.
Got the spike.
Heal up, squad.
Healing you.
Smoke's down.
One enemy remaining.
Serious here, but it's just so much fun.
Bread Bacon, he's saying they should engage in the Socratic method. He's replying to his shitpost reply.
Who's next?
Oh, everybody needs to be Socratic. If everybody was just a little more Socratic, the world would be a better place.
Launching smoke.
I've got your train. I have this spike
Down A.
Uh-oh.
Don't resist.
Can I stop whiffing this? Oh my god, oh my god.
Spike down A.
Return to dust.
Last player standing.
Make sure to follow my pack in.
Are you asking for anyone to engage in it with you, or anyone to define it for you? Socratic method is basically just like, you know, having a logical discussion, using like logic and like asking questions and like engaging in critical thinking and like getting to the actual, trying to get to the actual truth of a subject. Like, that's pretty much it. Pretty much how most like enlightened Westerners are supposed to engage in any dialect, I would assume. My god.
Spike down B.
Smoke's down. Reloading.
Yeah, that's why. So to engage in such a Socratic method, we are starting up by asking you what your opinion is, on the subject and you won't even answer it. You're just like, Socratic method. But like, why don't you engage in it and actually answer some questions? But I guess you did answer the one. You were like, you said it tips the balance, and that's all you said. But
Launching smoke.
so you don't think trans women should engage in should compete in women's sports? You said it tips the balance, but you didn't say what you actually think the result of that should be. I don't think that trans women should
30
engage,
seconds left.
should be competing in women's sports against cis women. I don't think that's fair or right in any way.
They will cover.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining. 10 seconds left.
Rush. Why'd you take an F out?
The enemy only looks composed. Their hearts tell a different story.
That's my question. I'm asking him. He's just saying ask. Do you actually think the trans women should be like banned from all cis women's leagues and sports dedicated to women, biological women? I think they should be banned. Do you agree?
Know what to do.
Feeling sight.
Who's lit?
Cutting their vision.
Bomb buddy out.
Yoru's alley, thank you for the molly.
One enemy remaining.
Yoru last seen here.
There.
Fake. Let's have it already done. Band, sure.
The symphony.
Yeah,
of
it's
death.
CIS. I don't like having to use those terms
You
either.
get used to it.
Well, cool. Maybe we'll get someone in here who disagrees with us and we can argue with them.
Let's make some chaos.
You fought well. Smoke's down.
Cutting their vision.
Enemy spotted A.
Still in sight.
Found one.
Spike down A.
Knocked him.
Smoke's down.
This guy's CT screen.
I got the spike.
Reloading.
Here.
Yeah, one's coming through sewers.
Enemy remaining.
Cool. Just take A. Yeah, go
30
back to A
seconds
with
left.
Sage. There you go. This guy's getting pushed right now. Look at this guy. You guys should be there with her. What the fuck are you doing?
No.
I've got your trail.
Completely dodged that. You should have waited for her to start defusing.
Molly.
Let me take it out.
Last round in the half.
Send those credits before we lose them.
He wants to discuss politics with people using the Socratic method.
No. No.
Reloading.
Didn't you hear?
Reloading.
Stay in sight.
Enemy down.
Double judge push.
Right here.
Jesus.
Time for hunt. Nailed it.
Launching smoke.
Last player standing. Spike down B.
I have the spike.
One enemy remaining.
Spike planted.
You have ult. It's the last round of the half.
Here comes the party.
Left, left, left. Should have shot that at the ground a little bit.
You want to play? Let's
You
play.
know what, Reyna, why doesn't someone else die?
They die. Lucky them.
Isn't great. At a certain point, you have to say their heels are so dug in, they don't care if it's good for you or not. And that's contrast to Republicans. For example, Donald Trump, didn't do enough with Section 230, the internet.
Yeah.
These were missed opportunities. You see right away when Democrats come into office, they're going, hey, why aren't you censoring enough? Right away, they become more aggressive. Right away, they want to increase taxes. Right away, they decide to shut down pipelines. So this also brings us to the food shortage. A lot of people have said there's an incoming food shortage. That is true. But it's worse than you think. It's a lot worse than you think. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news. There's not much of a silver lining here. That's why we have Prepare with Crowder. I don't know if it's still up, preparewithcrowder.com. They're not a sponsor today, but I've always said just have an emergency supply ready for at least a month, because I lived through the ice storm in Montreal. We lived through the riots, the pandemic, where we couldn't find toilet paper. These are things that we've lived through, and right now, this is the first time in our lives where you're going to see a shortage across the board.
One enemy remaining.
Okay.
Okay.
Not the boom you right here.
What will it be this time? Have
What
any
is
patterns
sophistry? Let me
emerged?
look that up. The use of fallacious arguments, especially with the intention of deceiving. I know that's pretty prevalent nowadays. I wonder what caused it.
Cut him down to size.
And it's not one of those things that is beyond our control. It is directly within the control of the leaders who are supposed to be representing you. Okay, so let me set this up with the BlackRock president. We've talked about him before, Rob Capito. I don't want to give him the honor of pronouncing his name.
Capito. We'll go with that.
We'll go with asshole.
Robbie
Cap.
He said that an entitled generation, that's you, needs to brace for the shock of shortages and higher inflation.
Spike planted.
Entitled. This is a guy who, by the way, is part of a company that, they own more homes than any one large central organization in American history.
Yeah.
And now we've created an entire class of renters. They want you They want you to be the working class struggling. Why? Because then you're dependent on them. There is absolutely malice at play with BlackRock, and there's absolutely malice at play with Elizabeth Warren and people in government who say BlackRock is too big to fail. It is not an accident. That's not conspiratorial. Don't let these facts hit you in the teeth. The economists at Bloomberg, they also said, I think Americans should budget. It's over $5,000 a year. Wow. I think it's $5,200 a year. That's $400-something a month due to higher prices.
Wow. So this is the guy that is worth $400 million telling the generation they're entitled, and his company has trillions of dollars in assets under management.
Give or take a couple hundred
Same
million.
Guy. He's not
slash billion slash trillion.
My knees are gonna kill after this.
Oh man, my mom used to bake a lot growing up. I miss homemade cheesecakes. I would give anything for some homemade cheesecake right now.
No. Okay, good. Just making sure I understand.
Just when we were kids, we couldn't even fathom the concept of a company
fucking
and
chocolatey cheesecake
underneath its umbrella. Now it's just a rounding error.
Yeah. Trillion was a fake number.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, like, oh,
so it was like a trillion, bazillion, gillion. You're like, you don't.
It's a. We just walked right into each other on the edge of the smoke. I was looking for the gun that Sky dropped.
Spike down A. Last player standing.
Do people not play with headsets? Like I heard that person on my left, on his left.
Spike planted.
That's the gun Sky dropped. I wanted that. Fuck. Oh, this guy picks it up. Those are the two. Oh, that could have been so much better if I didn't fucking wait so long to try and pick up that gun.
I'm not tired.
It flew so far back when I killed her. Fuck. Physics. Fucked me there.
You don't know numbers.
Yeah, that'll never exist.
That was like when some kid would say, I can count to 1 trillion. You'd be like, you're just a compulsive liar, Calvin.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Calvin. Start now.
Yeah, I'll see you when you're 46.
Yeah.
Trillion.
Yeah. Liar.
Boom.
So all references available at louderwithcrowder.com, and we'll have the link pinned if you're on YouTube, which I recommend you're on Rumble or on Mug Club, but we'll have it in the comments.
You want to play? Let's play.
References because it's pretty.
I know the one you were trying to do.
Just take my word for it. So, $5,200 more per year due to higher prices. That's probably significant to you. It's significant to me. Significant to people who work here. And of course, speaking in Brussels last week, former Vice President. Food shortages, we have BlackRock saying it, and this is former Vice President Biden trying to soften the blow. This is still the best he could
walked right
do.
past me. What the fuck just happened?
Last player standing.
So talk about food shortages. And it's going to be real. The price of these sanctions is not just imposed upon Russia.
One enemy
it's imposed
remaining.
Upon an awful lot of
Spike
countries
down
as well,
A.
including European countries and our country as well.
Here's the thing. It's one thing to say that. It's another thing to know that you are saying that, and it is directly the result of your horrendously failed policies. Yeah. It's another thing to say that, know that it is the direct result of your horrendously failed policies, and have no shame.
30 seconds left.
And barely be able to get it out.
Spike planted.
Wow. Just bumbled through the whole thing.
At least Donald Trump wouldn't have taken that. Listen, okay, look, there's a lot of people telling me there are going to be higher food supplies. A lot of people are saying that because of I shouldn't say this like Nancy Pelosi, folks. A lot of people saying
well,
Nancy
let's Crowder.
She's buying up all the ice cream, supply demand, supply Pelosi economics. I call them Pelosi ice cream economics. A lot of people got big fans of Pelosi ice cream refrigerator. So, Ukraine, Russia, you think it's far off. Well, let me go foreign as to what's happening and how that's affecting you. Of course, unfortunately, that's the direct result of policies from our leaders here.
Maybe I can
and
take
then
match MVP
policy,
if I can get more kills than this Eve guy.
Okay, so we have Russia, we have Ukraine, right? Food supply issue. 35% of all global calories come from wheat and corn. Let me set that up. Now, I know the gluten-free people going, oh no, it's not about you.
Kind of sick. Just a little bit.
So,
on that sick grind.
Yeah, exactly. I want
They
to
be?
give them a food
You hear them,
shortage.
Brim?
I want to hook them up to a gluten
Yes.
morphine drip.
Do it for the common good.
I can have gluten. It came with my Range Rover.
Yes.
Is there gluten?
So I know you
in
guys
it?
like in Discord
Just-
together something. You just
Oh,
someone
do you have,
explain
what do you
to me.
have? Do you have brain fog? Do you have joint pain? Do you have psoriasis? Do you have rheumatoid arthritis? Do you have? Oh, you know what? No, just cut out gluten. Really? Oh, well, thanks.
Oh, simple.
That's all. That's all
What?
it is.
That didn't work
What?
at all.
Huh?
So combined, so 35% of all
40 to Jet
combined
and Midge
Russia
come with an op.
account for a third, a fifth
What'd you hit
of
for
all
stage?
corn exports.
Plus my 40.
From February to March alone, wheat exports from Russia they fell by 7 million tons, 12%. Not to mention you're going to have these banking
This team just doesn't
restrictions,
talk.
of
They're all
course.
like in a Discord together and talking to each other or something.
Hey, those Russian oligarchs are
Fucking
really
right.
feeling these sanctions. And since Russia's invasion, wheat prices, they've increased by about a third, 30-something%. Wow. Some places have it as low as 30, some places have it as high as 33. I think the reference we have here is about 31%. The UN is predicting 20 to 30% of the Ukraine's wheat is going to go completely unharvested in the 2022-23 season. So it's going to get worse. That means that feed prices are going to increase up to 22%. So what do we have? We have wheat prices increased.
I got nothing, eh? Never mind, I got lots, eh? Never mind, I got nothing, eh? That was raising footsteps. I'm coming! Okay, heaven's clear.
Spike planted.
You're nothing.
Last player standing.
Right between the eyes. Stim beacon here.
He's the second best player on our team.
One enemy remaining.
Well, we're kind of similar. We're kind of like fighting each other for top. I thought he might have had it.
My power does not ebb. Ask
We're
for
still
aid,
up
and you
2. We
shall
got
receive.
this. We got this. We fucking got this.
We have a shortage. Then we have feed prices increasing, which will affect everything else that needs to be fed.
Yeah, exactly. One of my buddies actually makes his own wheat. They make their own bread and stuff just for fun. Like they're not, crazy.
I hate him already. Go ahead.
No.
Yeah,
he
fun.
does it. His wife loves to do
fun.
it.
I make sourdough.
Yeah,
For fun.
But they're not crazy hippies. They're actually really cool people. And
Nope.
they were paying.
That's not even
They
true.
were paying twice as much to get. I guess what are the wheat kernels or
Hey.
whatever they get to actually do that.
Hey.
Twice as much as they paid 4 months ago.
So I lied. There is a silver lining.
You're saying that
Gerald's goat farmer / yogurt fermenting friends have to pay a little bit more to live their self-important lifestyle.
but at least they know what toast
They with
points
their
are.
lives.
They know what toast
or at
points
least their
are.
self-respect. So here's something that people don't account for, too. Of course, it's going to happen in the United States. That being said, it's going to be inconvenient for you, and you know what? It could.
Get out of my way!
Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Wait till I killed you quickly.
Reloading.
Someone want this up?
Prepare yourself.
Need equipment.
We fight once again.
Who wants this up?
Weapon here. Reloading. Weapon here. Reloading.
Thank you. I can buy some. Never mind. Yeah, I can buy you race. Or yeah, cool. Even that it.
We win. We survive.
Okay. Yes. Fighting so hard to get back to silver 2 here. Crowder is a little cringe sometimes. I can agree with that for sure.
Still in sight.
I've got your trail.
Still in sight.
down B.
She's in here, right? She's in garage?
30 seconds left.
I'm checking spawn just in case they're not fucking with us. Yeah, they're in garage. Oh. In the little cubby. Oh, he wasn't lying. Yeah, they just don't want to waste their time anymore.
Match point.
Stamp out their last breath.
Sweet. Another kill just to secure that match MVP. Nice.
It'd be really bad for you if you're a middle-class family struggling to survive. Over $5,000 a year, over $400 a month. But just like climate change, gas prices are horrible for you. Inflation is horrible for you. It is deadly for people in the third world, which is where most shortages are going to occur.
Facing a meltdown of the global food system, a stark warning from the United Nations that Russia's war in Ukraine is in
141 to Yoru. He's going to try and get healed by Sky right there.
Didn't beat him down.
Already enduring an economic and humanitarian
Get out on Heaven Grim so you can wallbang them when they try and play it. That's great.
knows food insecurity only
Enemy remaining. Defenders win.
Led to the ouster of longtime ruler Omar al-Bashir and a military takeover last year.
If we look at Sudan, so already, you know, the World Food Programme estimated that over 10 million people will be.
He has eyelids half closed like the animal Muppet.
Estimating that in wake of.
Did I get it? Nice.
Very high.
The Ukraine crisis and increasing that by 65%.
I am a sex tourist in Africa.
Almost
By 10 points.
People
Stole it from
by
him.
the end of the year, or almost half the country being food insecure.
10.
Food shortage.
I like that food insecure is a fun
That was
PC
unrated?
term for starving.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, those people, see those
I thought
people
I
in
was playing
Sudan,
a
they're
comp
almost as
game.
affected as Gerald's self-employed.
I really thought I was playing a comp game. I just reopened the game because I dodged. Whatever. That was a good warm-up then, I guess.
Important friends who make the
almost
sourdough.
same.
Yeah,
They're going to have to buy Wonder Bread, the poor bastards.
Yes.
It's available on the
God
shelves.
forbid they have to smear it with Jif.
Oh.
I hate when I'm so emotionally invested in a fucking game and I don't realize that it's not a comp game.
Oh,
How dare you?
You have to be the richest person in the world to afford a gluten allergy.
You do.
That should be the test for your tax bracket. Do you have a gluten allergy? You're part of the 1%.
Yeah.
We're taking 90.
That's
So
a part of the
loaded.
privilege test.
Yes, exactly. These people in Sudan are more concerned with I don't know, generally not dying. As soon as a head pops off the pillow, that there's time to try and not die today.
Trying to figure out how to eat mud.
Yeah.
It's not calorie dense.
It's like Hook. I just picture that it's colorful dessert.
Earth pudding.
Bangarang!
It doesn't work that way.
I can only say it so many times before all my energy runs out, so I whisper.
Match found.
Oh, good. The flies have come back to my face.
Oh, hello, sweet friend.
At least they're eating.
So 26 countries. 26 countries
So
get more
sad.
they get more than half of their wheat from Russia and the Ukraine, and of course most of these countries, like you just saw, the Middle East, North Africa, poor countries. Wheat alone, it's almost 40%.
Did you see on
of
that
the caloric
chart?
intake.
By the way, 100% of Somalia's wheat are coming from Ukraine and Russia. 100%. That's not a typo.
You pirates need to diversify.
Well, that's true, but Somalia is known for being like this smorgasbord of food everywhere. They can get whatever they want. No, 100%.
Just attack a ship that has some cinnamon toast crunch on it.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna find one with fuel and be like,
your golden grams are mine now. They belong to me.
Can't
I'm
eat
the
that.
captain now.
I have a gluten
Crunch.
allergy. Is this a gluten ship?
So here's something else too. This creates unrest. Before I get to the United States, we set it up with how much you're going to pay, but let me also get to domestic policy. Before, let me fill you in on how this affects all of us. Because look, the war machine is profitable. If you continually create unrest and you have these international forms of government, guess what? It makes it a lot easier to lead people by the nose into conflicts that they have no business being a part of. Okay, so food prices, of course, they're skyrocketing, and they're leading to unrest in places like, the fun old land. It's like the Epcot Center of the Middle East, Iraq.
بالتالي أعتقد هذا الارتفاع هو ارتفاع يعني ليس ارتفاع تدريجي وإنما ارتفاع مفاجئ يعني هناك بعض السلع ضعفين وهناك سلع أخرى 3 أضعاف.
Now, keep in mind, you may say, well, who really cares? And I get it. But I'm in about Iraq.
Well, dude.
They've never gotten it right. I'm not saying I don't care about the people.
Well,
I'm saying I don't care about the country.
Such a romantic language.
Yes, yes.
The Assyrians and the Babylonian. It was okay for a little bit.
Yeah, until they tried to build a tower. Okay.
Yeah.
So I know someone's going to be like, oh, technically that's Syria. I don't care about your biblical references and Mesopotamia.
Is it Babel?
You want to look
wonderful? Is it Babel?
So remember, I don't know if you remember this. Remember the Arab Spring? That was a thing that actually happened, 2011, and that was largely caused, not largely, but it was a contributing factor, food shortages, right? That created unrest. If people can't eat, they fight. Something else that I want to clarify, this is also, this is a more severe version of what we've been talking about for the last few years, where someone might shut down your business and people would say, oh, okay, I'm sorry, we're all in this together. Just rewind human history a couple hundred years. Yeah. And really every business, it was just trading so that you could eat. Our entire days were spent, especially when we were nomadic tribes. Let's go back pre-industrial revolution. Let's go back pre-agricultural revolution, before we had really become agrarian. Guess what? Your days were spent trying to eat. And if...
I hear arcade.
Smoke down.
Spike Canteen.
Spiking Canteen. Okay, beautiful.
Gun here. Gun here.
Awesome.
Where's the trying to heaven?
One enemy remaining. 30 seconds left.
She's lit.
She's in default.
Yeah, she's... Yeah.
There. Last player standing.
Play time. Play time. Play time.
Ten seconds left. Clutch.
Jesus fucking... Should just let her plant.
Watch out for breaches impacts. It's hard to move after that.
Do it? Yeah, I do it. I do it here.
If some form of government or...
Close this for now.
B main.
Nobody arcade. Might be a
Taking
fake
or
B
B main.
Oh, they're all
4
B
B
main.
main.
Spike down B.
They're under as well.
Yeah, they're trying to come under. I lit up the Sage, but she's healing herself.
Teleport's ready.
Now we're cooking.
Yeah, they're going in.
Here.
But Anchor B. Is it? Amber's already here. Oh, never mind.
30
They're
seconds
rushing it.
left. Spike down A.
They found my trap.
I don't know why nobody pushed with them.
10 seconds left. One enemy remaining. Last player standing. Spike planted.
Beautiful. That was nice. Nice wall bang headshot.
Sorry to spoil the party.
This is just the beginning.
We are ready for them.
It's over here. Our day push.
Nobody dish, they're all main.
$117 in the north is healing.
Enemy spotted A.
Another one coming down.
Spike planted.
In sight. One less.
Launching smoke.
Fuck.
Hawk out. Blinded.
Jet was playing default. Grim, you can ult.
Reloading. Here.
Open up the sky.
Last player standing.
You guys should have both pushed like after the ult. But good try.
Remember to talk to each other out there.
They both kind of pushed
Communicate.
right as the ult was about to go off.
Find the weak point and break it.
The hunt begins.
I've got a couple dish. Reyna and Jet. Reyna's ulted.
Smoke's down. They will cover.
Try wait out the Reyna ult. Don't peek her. Let her time out.
Spike planted.
You will not kill my ally.
Last player standing.
120 Reyna first. They let her sustain her ult. She was almost running out and she got her first kill.
Don't worry, you get used to it.
Okay, we get kills this round. We win this round. We can buy it again next. So we can buy again next round. First, we have the same gun. I cannot buy if we lose this without kills.
They are so dead.
Get out of my way.
Enemy B.
Insecto.
One enemy remaining.
Shit. Good shit.
Damn right we crushed it. Ugh, even as I was saying it. When Jet says it, you know what? Forget it.
I like them, Brimstone.
No prisoners.
Off your feet!
B side, B side.
Spike down B.
The hunt begins.
One down. Right here. Who trained you?
I know
You
exactly where you are.
One enemy remaining.
Their lives are so meaningless. Might as well give them to me.
Okay, I should play up. Knife walk to this corner. Get there as fast as I can.
For you, hermanita.
Yeah, I think we're feeling an A push here.
Spike down A.
Good shit.
Got out without fucking being touched. Without a scratch.
Was it man? And I'm joking.
That was so clean, dude. Oh my god, yes.
Cutting their vision.
One enemy remaining.
He's dish. I ran out without my gun out. The chamber jet, who's gonna get it? Nice.
We
Yeah,
got
both
this.
got him. Why can't I get picks like that more often? That was so fucking clean. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, bang, dismiss, out. 3 people standing there. I kill 2 and get out without being fucking touched.
Focus now. Eyes
Very
on
clean.
me.
You're nothing.
Multiple enemies B.
She was just lurking. She was alone. They know I want to flank because they threw the slow at me.
Spotted B.
Look at I'm just going faster.
They will cower.
Like I should have taken rope and
I
then
think they're
done that.
rotating off.
Yeah, through their main spawn.
Cypher's still setting up over here.
Spike down. Attacker
Yeah,
spawn.
they were gonna rotate. Cut Sage rotating. Yeah, chamber catches them here.
30 seconds left.
They're definitely slow walking at you right now. Grim, you should have been quiet because that probably made them move off.
10 seconds left. Spike planted.
They were right here. They were right here. And then they ran away because they heard Brim. Brim's loud as fuck.
Hawk out! Blinded.
We got the kills, so probably clutch those.
One enemy remaining.
In the eye.
Let us see what they have
Help a
planned
girl
for us
out,
this
would
time.
you?
Cheers, mate. I can buy for you my treats. Help a girl out, would ya? Gun here. I'm buying.
No prisoners. Yes.
Mobby, we're taking dish. And main. Amen.
The hunt begins.
Our Jet is bad. Oh my god. Just realized. What are they doing? They're playing so
Spike down
they're
A.
not terrible, maybe they're just young.
Launching smoke.
That's 3.
30 seconds left. Last player standing.
They're both our spawn.
Ten seconds left. Spike planted.
Really?
Stay in range of my stim beacon, and we'll mow them down. Reloading.
This Jet is fucking useless. Maybe they didn't opt to get kills. They have an op now.
Who will I spot first?
Probably a waste.
Multiple enemies B.
There they are.
And on B.
Jackass. Enemy spotted B.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Molly.
Where'd she get me from? Raina was hopping from B main, yeah, from down the ramp there.
They didn't actually think that would work. Please do not mistake my smile. I take this song
very seriously.
Hear him running B main. They flashed arcade. Arcade. Jet to your right. Jet to your right.
Spike down B.
Do you have a headset? I feel like a lot of people who play this game don't play with a headset. It's weird. It makes such a difference.
Enemy B. Here. Right here.
Jet, right in front of you.
Cutting their vision.
Both main, both main. One was an op.
Thirty seconds left.
I'm still down. I'm chill, I'm chill.
One enemy remaining. Ten seconds left.
Probably saving the up again. Oh, snap.
How embarrassing.
Last
I got it
round
last
before
second.
the switch.
Halftime. Don't save a thing.
Gun here.
They are so dead. Are they asleep?
Get out of my way!
Begins.
B main. I got pushed in dish.
I know exactly where you are.
There's like one B main probably. There's someone in dish.
Off your feet.
And people call that shit out, then everyone just moves.
Enemy spotted A.
Spike planted.
Enemy down.
One drop.
Enemy remaining.
Reloading.
Wait, they planted and then they all stayed dropped and none of them could cover it? That is so retarded. It diffused him.
Switching
Fail
sides.
match, though I cannot say I'm surprised.
You guys are dumb.
Need a drop. Take everything.
Spike down A.
Cypher
Did you not hear me accidentally shoot a second ago?
Gun here. Right here.
It's ult farming. Yeah, I can plant, it's clear.
Spike dropped. I got the spike.
One canteen.
One enemy remaining.
Results.
She was canteen.
I killed you quickly. My ult's ready.
Sheesh. Guess I just do better on
Reloaded.
defense.
Another fight? Clean slate. Let's leave whatever happened in the past.
Classic arena players. Defensive masters.
Round 1 4K. Let's see if I can keep it up. You want the sheriff chamber? I'll buy a Spectre.
No,
Of course.
good. No, shut up.
Disappeared, I would have taken it. Should have just taken it. Chamber who doesn't want to fucking. Oh my god. Jet and Reyna in fucking.
Jet hit 55.
Forest Road. Nice.
Yikes.
In the foot.
Enemy spotted A.
There's one rope. I hit her a little bit.
Sky, if you have healed, Jet's 6 HP above you.
Flags planted. Hawk out.
Enemy spotted A.
Cypher on me.
One enemy remaining.
He's just on me on satellite. This one drop.
Molly. Hawk out.
Oh my god.
Don't peek.
He died to the. Like, what? Why?
I hate to say it, but probably best to play as a team. So, what's the plan?
Press the buy screen and you'll see how much armor you've left over. In either the light buy section or the heavy armor section, you'll see how much armor is left over, yeah.
Or the UI at the bottom too.
Yeah, you can also just see,
ability.
yeah, you can also see it there, yeah.
Enemy spotted B.
Shoot.
One's cubby, I think.
Planet.
The hunt begins.
Just to fuck with her. I opened doors just to fuck with her.
Enemy A.
One enemy remaining.
Okay.
Visiting
What's
me.
up?
I can't be away for long. Let's end this quickly.
Right here.
For you, hermanita.
Launching smoke.
Oh no.
Spike down. Defender
There's
spawn.
a Jet just picked up my vandal. She had a judge. Might catch her here, Sky.
Sleep tight.
Nice flick.
I got the spike.
Let's go plant A. You know they're on the on B.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Open, plant open. You have time. Oh, right here, just right here in there.
Spike planted.
Go play long. Go play main. And then ult. When you hear it coming. No, go play main.
Dude, you're dead. Just let him play.
Okay. Yeah, ult time.
Seek the one.
Good shit. Yeah, my bad with the backseat gaming, but that's why you open plans.
Match
play
point.
A longer angle.
They're desperate.
It's all good.
The ult call was right though.
I'm not saying you're wrong. It's just it makes people freak out and like overthink.
For sure, it helped me a lot though when I was doing just guidance. This game is complex.
I got yous, okay?
Get out of my way.
A flash?
Hawk out!
Still in sight.
Hawk out!
Reyna just left there.
You can destroy that wall,
Gonna
Jet.
be there, Swan. She head off.
Yeah. They're trying to get some more kills. Careful, I managed to get this. Oh yeah, Brim is all. Never mind.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, time for a protein shake.
GG.
Attackers win.
I should go.
Jet, please don't play on your friend's account. Go play on Rated.
Hey, you did pretty good. But I guess a Jet should do better. The G's, all the G's.
Star bright. Happy and flamer comes forth. What?
said during my one game, I was like, I'm fighting so hard to get back to silver 2. I was in a silver 1 mentality. I forgot I'm in silver 2 right now, fighting my way to silver 3. I'm feeling pretty confident in my games. Nice, cool. I like placeboed myself into like playing better. Shit.
Type of way turn to like a violent reaction and it being condoned.
Website was created by Craig Newmark in 1995.
Holy shit, wait, that's the Craig? That's Mr. List himself? I've never looked up the history of Craigslist. I thought it was just like a random name they pulled out, because Craig is super standard, like very generic NPC kind of shit. Nice.
Hey, Willie.
But you'd be surprised to know that in 2018,
I didn't know that.
the website had at least 60 million monthly users in the US alone. So with all these people interacting on the site, it's no doubt that some horrible ones slipped through the cracks. Welcome to the dangerous world of Craigslist criminals. Philip Markoff.
What?
Philip Markoff.
Wait, what is that? Wasn't there a guy who put his nudes in a desk he sold on Craigslist? That's fucking big brain. I mean, maybe, probably, I guess. I don't know if he did it on purpose, man. He was just selling his desk and probably just forgot about his dick pics, man. Was that like a big story or something? I could absolutely imagine that happening. It shit probably happens at garage sales all the time.
Though if we know anything about murderers, it's that they look average. He was a big
Not
6'3"
always.
white male that was
Sometimes
known by
they
his
look
friends for
exactly
being a
like what
goofy,
you'd think
smart
they would.
guy. Not only was he goofy, but he was incredibly smart when it came to schooling, as he was in the National Honor Society. Though he wasn't as smart when it came to hiding evidence. Let me explain.
Hey, fun
This
fact,
man would
I was
go on
also in the
Craigslist,
National Honor
go under
Society.
the erotic
Just
services
saying.
section, set up dates with
But I
girls
don't really
who were
use Craigslist.
advertising themselves in the Boston area, escorts, and robbed them at gunpoint. Though one sadly ended up being killed, which
Crazy
was
Prime
Weston
Silver,
Copley
recent
Place.
Cairo.
Once he entered, he pointed a pistol at her, handcuffed her with zip ties, and robbed her. Keep in mind, this dumbass wasn't wearing a mask. Not only that, but he was wearing black gloves to cover his fingerprints, but was persistent on removing his phone number from Trisha's phone, and I guess the gloves are too thick so he couldn't really type, so he removed the gloves to type, and the fingerprints were on the phone. It's like, you dumb mother... He then tied her to the doorknob from
All right.
the inside, taped her mouth shut
What a
while leaving
strat.
fingerprints
Jesus.
on the roll of tape. He also took a knife out of his pocket and cut the hotel phone lines. He stole $800 in cash and her credit cards. He also picked up some of her underwear that was on the floor, put it in his pocket, and left. 4 days later,
Oh, a little car
April 14th,
freshener.
2009,
Huffing the
Julissa Brisman,
fumes.
age 25, became Markoff's second victim. She was an aspiring model from New York City and was described as an extremely happy party girl who liked having fun. Just like Trisha, she also advertised herself in the erotic services section on Craigslist. Police believe that he immediately pulled the gun on her once he entered the room, got at least one plastic tie on her wrist, she fought back, and things escalated quickly. He pistol whipped her on the head and then shot her 4 times. Police say he
Jesus
didn't have to kill her.
Christ.
She had no weapons. Getting caught. One of Julissa's
Thanks for
friends
5
found
gift
the
subs,
emails
Rochi.
that Philip
Thank you,
and
man.
Julissa had
Here's some
exchanged and
sarcasms.
contacted authorities, explaining that she had his IP address. Detectives traced the IP to an apartment belonging to Philip Markoff, a 23-year-old med student at Boston University. He had a fiance at the time who knew nothing about what he was up to on
Jesus.
Craigslist. He was arrested shortly after. During trial, he
What a
pleaded
crazy
not
fuck.
guilty, which was dumb because detectives found the gun he used to murder Julissa in his room with his fingerprints on it. His trial
Oh,
was suspended and in the
circumstantial
meantime
evidence.
was in prison. On August 15th, 2010, 1 year and 1 day after his wedding would have taken place, Markoff was found dead in his cell. He had used a knife made from a pen and a piece of metal to cut arteries in his ankles, legs, and neck. He had also
Jesus.
swallowed
God
toilet paper
damn.
and tied in a plastic bag over his head with gauze. Additionally,
This dude
he had
did
written his
8
former
different
fiance's
suicides.
name and their pet. This dude killed himself in the jail, which would have been a happy ending, but sadly he had to kill a girl, right? Let's move on to the next one.
God damn.
B.
So that's like 8 different ways of killing himself. My God, he used every ounce of that med student knowledge. Jesus. How long ago was that? What year did he say? I imagine this had to be during like the height of Craigslist. Because I remember like they're all 2009. Is that what it was? Okay. I remember back in, God, it must have been high school. When was the big Craigslist killer that got a lot of press? I think it was high school for me. And when that happened, everyone was like, yeah, it sounds about right for Craigslist. Do people still use it for services and shit? Like, do people still advertise this kind of shit on there? Because like I said, I haven't used it in a while. Yeah, they do. God, that's got to be the riskiest shit ever. Why? Bro, just fucking like pass out flyers at a gas station or something. You're a lot better off. Because even in high school, all of us were like, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what you'd expect from Craigslist services. Just a bunch of fucking psychopaths. I don't know why you would trust that. It's terrible. It's scary. I use it for cars. Well, yeah, you can buy shit from Craigslist, man. I don't think you're gonna run into a guy who's gonna, like, fuck your shit up over a beat-up bug or anything. Like, you could probably buy cars if you want. I'm talking about the services category.
Anne-Marie Linscott. In November 2007,
Why does that name
3
sound so
California
familiar?
residents were searching Craigslist for job opportunities. During the email exchange, Linscott, who was a Michigan resident, asked each of the 3 individuals responding to her advertisement to quote-unquote eradicate a woman living in Oroville, California. Yes,
fuck?
she put up a hitman ad on Craigslist. She provided
What a
additional information on
big
the intended
word for
victim
that,
to include a
eradicate.
description of the victim,
That's not just
her
like
age,
kill
and her
or
employment address. Linscott
beat.
offered a hefty payment
That's
upon completion
big.
of the quote-unquote. In April of 2007, things began getting extremely scary. A Molotov cocktail with a fuse was found under the bed of the man's wife, named Carol. Thankfully,
What
it didn't
the
go off. Then the
fuck?
Craigslist ad we were talking about was
A
made. She was
Molotov
looking for,
cocktail
quote-unquote,
time
silent
bomb?
assassins to eradicate a 56-year-old woman from Oroville named Carol. The price? $5,000. An extremely popular public website. Anne-Marie,
Jesus.
you should watch these videos right here in case you really want to hire a hitman. I made videos talking about it. That was a joke.
True, he does
You
give,
can
like,
also go watch
tutorials,
those
I
videos
guess.
And also watch The Dangerous World of 4chan Criminals. So those 3 people that engaged in the
As you
ad
said,
called the
Pika
authorities, and
and
then the
Kopi?
authorities got the FBI involved. Anne-Marie Linscott was sentenced to 151 months in prison, aka 12 and a half years. That means she was released last year in 2021. So
Wow.
Anne-Marie, if you're watching this, let me tell you right now, Craigslist isn't the way to go. It's not really what the cool kids use anymore. If you want to get on a website that everyone uses to hire hitmen, then go to tuvmerch.creator-spring.com.
Oh, what a
When you buy merch
plug.
on that website, like, you get hitmen like Brown. Jason Brown was a 25-year-old man in 2014
Here's
and
the
would
crime.
find thrill out of adopting
Mr.
dogs that were
and they
looking
give
for
sub
homes
Hunter.
and torturing them until death. I won't be getting into details on how
Jesus
exactly
Christ.
he recorded everything. The recordings were only seen by the judge, the lawyers, and a detective. But in the video, Brown could be heard saying that this was his house of pain, and he wanted to turn them into a fur coat. Brown is heard
What?
saying in one of the recordings that he found dogs through Craigslist and looked
Yeah.
for, quote, pets free on the ads.
Those are the eyes of a guy trying to make a fur coat out of puppies. Oh my god. What a crazy looking fuck. This is the guy who, if you work with him at like Walmart or something, stocking shelves, don't piss him off.
That he found dogs through Craigslist and looked for, quote, pets free on the ads. So he would just go on the search term, just claimed that he couldn't remember committing the acts because he was injecting heroin, methamphetamine, and cocaine during more than a 2-month-long binge. The recordings were taken by Brown as well as
Oh,
two
then
friends
he can't
who-
be held accountable.
Jason Brown was sentenced to 28 years in prison.
Hey,
And
fuck
I know what
yeah.
you guys just said. You said, that's it? Yeah, I know, right? I don't know either. This fucker deserves life in prison.
That's so much more than I thought it would be. Usually animal crimes are like days in prison. So that's huge. Like, that's big in that world. Typically, like, we watched the video not long ago. Well, a better example, the YouTube cat killer, the guy that murdered cats on video and used to just post them freely on YouTube. That guy only saw jail for like a day. I don't even know if he saw jail. I'm just assuming because I don't remember now. But like, that shit does not carry hefty sentences usually. So at least that guy got a fat one. I still haven't seen Don't Fuck With Cats. That's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the YouTuber. I even made a video on him like a year or whatever ago. I forgot his name. Pollution, I think. Yeah, that's what. Pollution. That kid, like, he wasn't in jail for any length of time at all. Luke Magnotta? Luke Magnotta started as an animal killer and then didn't he murder a human being? I always think that someone that's like murdering and decapitating and bathing in the blood of animals and whatever always deserves heftier penalties in prison because there's such a strong correlation with that behavior and becoming a real serial killer. So like someone like Pollution Entertainment, that guy should still be in jail for a long time. Luke Magnotta got his victim from Craigslist as well. Jesus Christ, really?
we understand that there's certain places where you can and can't do shit. But a G.I. Jane joke, and everybody treated it like it was the worst thing. So it dawned on me that provided somebody feels hurt, it doesn't matter how badly the offense was hurtful. All that matters is the reception of the feelings, if that makes sense.
Yeah. There's like, I think there's a lot of weird, like, there's a lot of weird social stuff baked into how we treat all this today. So that idea that, like, something that we're very hyped up on today in society is that, like, your feelings are valid. Your feelings are valid. They're always valid. They're always valid. And it's like, there's so much that I agree with behind these statements that is true, but then people always take it so fucking far. And then they, like, destroy the original concept. Like, yeah, your feelings are, like, there's a reason why you feel something. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't try to, like, change your feelings, and it doesn't mean that they always make sense, right? We can feel a lot of things for a lot of reasons. Another thing is the idea, kind of the really big talking point that got us here, is that, like, words are violence. Words can be violence, and to some extent I agree with that. They can be, and I think there are people that have those experiences, and I can be empathetic towards that. But then you see how people will take that to mean,
hold up. Can you explain? Can you just hold it? Go grab something real quick. Can
go for it.
When I come back, can you explain to me how words are violence, and then we'll get to it?
Be careful.
Even in the American law, we have it. That words could be violent, like yelling fire in a crowded theater or directly calling harm to someone. That's why there's, like, all that's been. I'm sure Destiny's gonna say something along those lines, and maybe like a third point, more ambiguous lefty point that I could potentially maybe agree with if he words it right. I really want to start playing this game, but maybe in a couple weeks.
Do you sweat this much when you deadlift? Because it's not sweating, the girl is pissing.
Okay, so yes, when you're saying words are violence, I'd love for you to kind of explain that one to me.
I think that oh my god, Jesus, sorry, hold on. What, like, I think that people's experiences on a day-to-day basis, if you're, like, beat down enough by how people treat you and the things that people say to you, I think that that's, like, a legitimate experience that is worth, like, acknowledging, rather than just saying, like, oh, well, they're only words. I think it's okay to acknowledge that people can feel attacked on a day-to-day basis depending on the type of life they live and the way that people treat them, the things that people say to them. I think it's okay to acknowledge that. So, like, incessant bullying in school, or the ways that people treat each other based on, like, race or sex, that are just words. But I think that sometimes we can hand wave things as being just words, and I think that, fuck me, I'm stupid. I think that sometimes it's okay to acknowledge that, like, there are painful experiences there that are important to acknowledge. Yeah,
I think I can agree with the thing that it's okay to acknowledge them while not categorizing them as violence. Sure. I think that's probably the distinction I would make. I think verbal abuse is something that I think most terms, like, people would agree, like, that's a thing that exists. You could be verbally abusive to somebody, but I don't know if I would categorize them as violence. I think violence for me has a very physical connotation. I think it's important. I think it's a barrier that's very specific and triggers a very different set of responses generally. And so I don't know if I would put it in the same, but it's not to lessen the implication. And I think anybody who responds to somebody who's been verbally abused for an extended period of time over a long duration with, like, some heinous stuff, and then just says it's just words, I think they're just mitigating that person's, like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, which I think is, like, the good. I think there's an element of truth to that, right? So, like, the most common thing, like, the most common example of this is, like, the archetypical, like, white gamer bro that's, like, 22 and, you know, like, wants to call a black guy the N-word, and he's like, well, it's just a word, why do you care? But then, like, that other person's lived experience, or call, like, a gay person like a faggot, and that person's lived experience is like, bro, like, you don't understand how it feels when I hear that, like, the type of engagement that I've had with this word. It's hard to put that into words, and when you say things like this, like, it brings up a lot that, you know, it's hard for me to control. I think it's okay to acknowledge those lived realities, but then obviously, yeah, we see where we've taken it to to where now it's like, oh, microaggressions are violence, and violence can be met with violence, and it's justified, right? Like this guy microaggressed you, and now we're gonna beat the shit out of him, but it's okay because he microaggressed or whatever. It's like insane. Yeah.
Right. And I think once we open up that door, it leads to bad takes like that. Like exactly what you talked about. When I was hearing like very sensible people say stuff like a slap is proportionate to a joke, like blew me away.
Yeah.
Just like I couldn't believe the stuff that I was hearing out of people's mouth. But it's because we condition people to really believe that words can be violence, and that in a civilized society, if somebody says a word you don't like, or a thing you don't like, or an opinion you don't like, that it's proportionate to a slap or to a punch. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't think those things are proportionate. I don't think they're the same. I do think it's understandable, however, in certain circumstances when words are used to respond in kind. Maybe that is making it proportionate indirectly in my own way. Because I'm saying, like, if it's okay to respond in that way to somebody yelling a bunch of profanities at your child or your mom, that if you want to hit them, like, I could understand, like, I think it's acceptable.
Sure, well,
maybe I am equating them in a way.
Yeah, I think that there's a huge difference between, and you might feel this way, but like I think there's a huge difference between like understanding and saying that something is acceptable or good. I guess is like the difference. I guess as like a parent, it's always easy for me to think in the context of a child, right? Like if there was like, if somebody like ever like killed or like raped your child and you were a parent, I would 1,000,000% understand like a parent like killing that person if they had the opportunity to. I get it. But like, is it okay to do that? Is it good? Probably not. We don't want a society built around vigilante justice. But you understand it, you know?
Right. So I think, how do we bridge the gap between the ideal world that we want to live in and the reality of the world that we do live in? Because I think it's fine to say that we should aspire to these things, but we all know that's never going to happen for most of us. There's never going to be a time where we're going to be such paragons of morals that we can actually live up to that. So what's the sense in even striving to get to that place if our reality is never going to get close to that?
Well, I mean, you always strive. You're never going to be perfect, but you always strive towards perfection because every stop along the way is better than the stop you were at before. Understanding that we'll never get there, right? But
what the fuck? Are you here, Sparkle? Look at this shit.
Yeah. You can't hear me chewing, right?
I don't stream all the time. Don't worry.
All right.
And Asani eats on stream all the time, so it must be a successful thing that streamers do. So.
Oh, speaking of Asani, he called me a transphobe today.
Yeah, we saw it. He only watched I think he watched a whole 10 seconds of your video.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious. I was gleeful. Listen, when it comes to Shank's nephew, I don't know why he feels the need to I think my suspicion is that I think he's been targeted a lot by a lot of people, justly so in a lot of cases, I'm imagining. But I think when you get to be that big and you have that much criticism coming at you from every direction, even from your own community at times, I think it must take a huge mental toll.
Nah, I think he's just really soft. I think his whole life he's been incredibly pampered, and he's not used to getting much pushback anywhere at all. Like he's kind of had everything handed to him. He's had a pretty easy go at almost everything, so he's got a really hard time, I think, dealing with almost any criticism.
Fair, but you would also agree that he's pretty much grown very quickly.
Yeah, of course.
Right, and I think managing that kind of stuff while receiving so much.
Can you call me buddy?
It's I think when you go that mainstream, where your proudest moment is playing Among Us with AOC.
There are responses that I can see, but he goes so much farther. This motherfucker will be in YouTube comment sections, mass downvoting posts with his fan base to get internet criticism removed of him. He had there was a video that we watched of his from some group called Context, and it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life, because he's talking about how he had the original idea to combine games and politics, and he built everything on Twitch from the ground up. It was just funny to listen to him say that his whole career or whatever. And I know that initially, I think we watched a video on stream, and I'm sure some of my fans showed up in that video to make comments. He went through afterwards on his Discord and on Twitter, and was having people mass downvote or thumbs down or dislike comments that were showing up, so that they wouldn't be there anymore. And he'll do that on Reddit as well, where he'll have people go through there sometimes a bad post will show up about him and public freak out, and he'll go through that Reddit post on stream, and he'll have his fans mass downvote stuff, so he doesn't have to see any criticism. It's unreal.
Yeah.
It's complex, not context, whatever.
Yeah, I think context. I think his response has been completely irrational, and I think been very poor in taste. I think his situation is also untenable, in that I don't think he can keep going the way he's going. It seems like it's taking a huge mental toll on him.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's eventually going to blow up.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I hope so. Is he gonna say anything else about
some
Bosch?
humbling that happens, and I think it's always good.
No,
But
I just want to see him. So I don't think he'll be ever humbled.
Match
But
found.
yeah, I
you
guess
don't think
whatever.
so? You don't think so?
No, absolutely not.
I get it. I mean, you guys got a long history together, so I guess for you it's far more personal. For me, when I heard him say like I'm a transphobe or whatever, I kind of cringed and just laughed a little bit. But I don't know. I think with online content creators, especially ones that grow really quickly, I know me being 31 and like having to handle it, I'm pretty good at it. I understand how to keep my distance from certain things and not be too involved in the response from millions of people. But I can tell he's not managing it well. So I think for him, it's just like it's inevitable that he's gonna blow up. But if you're hoping for it to be just terrible, so he suffers, then that's one response, I guess. I don't know. I think.
Yo, player 5, you want to play smokes or you want me to?
Maybe it's because of the fact that I've seen how like insidious and a lot of this online stuff is. I think for you it might be a little bit different because you seem to handle it a lot better than most people. But you would agree that your response to a lot of the following and all that stuff is very unique, right?
Yeah, of course.
And so I am slightly sympathetic.
Dude, I don't know
to
what Chagam is, bro.
content creators, online people, or just people who are really well known,
bro? What the
don't
hell?
seem to manage it really well because I do
Dude,
think
are you,
that
like,
for most
disabled in the
human
head or
beings, it's not easy to manage. It's not. I wouldn't even say easy. It's very difficult.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
It's very difficult.
I'll settle down now.
You're fucking weird. Mike's in your...
You know, and so that's how I look at him.
Does not matter. Reloading.
Mike's. Anyone have mics? We already know the one retard does. Yep, you're the retard I'm talking about, by the way, with that unfunny joke, dude. Oh my god, dude.
Soba's a retard.
You literally had me. Dude, I don't even know what the opposite word of laughing is, bro, but you literally had me doing that, bro. I already want you to stop talking, bro. Like, you aren't funny.
Wait, what are you talking about?
But anyone else have mics? Anyone else have mics?
You.
I didn't talk. I didn't talk at all.
You literally said no. You're like, I don't have a mic. No.
No, but
And you literally
pre-game.
thought, like, dude,
I'm
it's
talking
like an unfunny joke. Literally, everyone says it. And
I'm
it's not
talking
funny. Like,
pre-
stop
I'm
talking.
talking
Stop talking
pre-game.
already. Stop talking. Stop talking. Stop.
Oh, I thought
Not
there was
funny.
something pre-game that happened that you thought was me. I didn't.
What the fuck are you saying, bro? You gonna keep mumbling or open your fucking mouth?
What
Holy
is
shit,
your
you have
guys'
dick in your mouth?
issue? Holy shit.
Dude, you're talking like a robot.
No,
I can't even
seriously, are
understand
you
what
guys
you're saying.
okay?
You're so weird.
Are you guys all fucking
Yeah,
okay?
actually, you made some lame ass
You
joke
guys
and try
are
to play it
fucking
off.
ridiculous. Jesus Christ.
Fake teleport.
Spike planted. Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Is it 30 at least? Oh shit. Who was it? I think it was just... Here, who was
You
it?
already take notes. You're selling.
This kid.
Nah, hell nah, bro. If you would have seen what he...
We don't talk.
That wasn't terrible.
Oh, they're talking? Yeah, I muted those two idiots. Hey, Omen, you're unmuted. You're not being a fool. This is fucking Sage and Sova, fucking dickheads for no absolute fucking no reason. The first 10 seconds of the match, get a fucking life.
Here's some.
Time to jump.
lucky.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Good swing, Omen.
Don't stop fighting. You must keep going, even if you're the only one.
Okay, now that I've told them I've muted them for a bit and I've successfully ignored them, I'm
gonna get a
unmute
lineup
them
real quick.
just so I can hear the communications.
That's what I'm talking about. WSOVA, El Yoru.
Still gonna ignore them.
I think it's pretty simple.
Turn them down a bit too.
I'm gonna play on rotation.
Hopefully they go away.
They talk way too much. It's
They
like
are-
they're just open micing. You
They
have to
shut the
hear
lineup
every
somehow.
thought.
They might be soft aiming.
You have to hear every thought coming through their fucking head.
8.
I killed one.
Yo, come heal.
I need a heal, please. I beg.
Time to
I'm
jump.
gonna die.
Reyna, why are you beat?
Anchor. You got an anchor. What are you talking about?
Yo, did I ask for you to speak or did I ask for the Reyna to speak? Am I right or-
My god. Bro.
92 Viper, 92 Viper. This is so free. I swear to God. If y'all sell, dude, I don't know what I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna go bananas.
Oh my god. They don't shut the fuck
One
up.
enemy remaining.
They just don't shut the fuck up. Planting.
Spike planted.
Thank you, Reyna.
Good try, idiots.
If you've never seen a massacre, this is what it looks like.
Decoy.
Yeah, but. Yeah, what's your rank?
I'll return.
Yoru, what's your rank?
Silver 2.
He said.
Halfway to silver 3.
One day.
Still in sight. Enemy
Hold
spotted.
them closed.
Let's bomb.
Spike down B.
Spike is B.
They were yelling at her to teleport. That's awesome.
Cutting through. Fake teleport.
One enemy remaining. Thirty seconds left.
Beautiful.
Level heads until we're home, yes? Good.
I like having this here. It's a clone of me that'll just run out.
Decoy. Cutting through.
Will that do what I think it's gonna do? And go around that edge and then go. I want to go into
Revealing
here.
area.
Or at least it's up to here. Is it gonna make its way there or is it gonna stop right there? Oh, it's gonna get stuck right there. Fuck.
Fire in the hole!
You want to play? Let's play.
105 to KO. 2 of them peeking out showers.
Spike down A.
Last 2 showers.
One washroom.
One enemy remaining.
Go crazy.
Viper's still in her ult. Oh no, she left. Must have got spiked and dipped. Never mind. Only semi-dipped.
30 seconds left.
Zombie Yeoman. Painting.
10 seconds left. Spike planted. Last player standing.
Elbow.
Shadows traveling. Cover going out.
Yeah, she gets through those. You gotta kill her.
What's another death?
What the fuck is he doing? Okay. You had to push her though. You can't just smoke her off.
Stock back up.
Got 2 mollies.
Time to jump. Decoy.
Damn, bro.
How did my teleport even make it over there?
Reloading.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
Spike spotted A.
Closed.
Flawless.
Thanks for helping me take out the trash. Pick something nice to kill them with. It's the least we can do.
How did I do that?
Cutting through.
That. I thought that would end up stuck on that wall. Oh no, it tracks back to. Okay. It like turned left for some reason.
We go.
Like I would want it to.
Sunlight.
Time to jump. Decoy.
You are powerless. Reloading.
Can't use that.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Enemy spotted B.
Portal closed.
My quiver is never full.
Alrighty. Easy game. Be above 50. You like that. Pretty close to silver 3 after this.
Pain is more real than anything else. What's even more real than pain is whatever we have to fight all the pain. And that's free speech.
119 to raise.
It's identical with freedom
Fuck
of
me.
thought. It's associated with this capacity and necessity to listen deeply. They're flip sides of the same coin, to use a terrible word.
5 months ago.
And all the clinical data we have, including
Spike down, B.
research-oriented,
You will
clinical
not kill my
inquiry
allies.
indicates quite clearly that the exchange of information like that, the generation
One enemy remaining.
of semantic and emotional information in a state of relative freedom.
But you could escape my nightmare.
Zuko better watch their backs. Time to jump. Decoy. I'll handle this. I'm back.
Spike down, B.
Reloading.
For you.
Spike is B.
One enemy remaining.
Reloading.
There.
Cutting through.
Bro, I like your flash, Euro.
Right here.
Never show weakness. Ever.
I know.
Did I manage to flash her, but not our teammates?
I'll cut through. Time to jump.
You want to play? Let's play.
Hookah.
Bullseye. Enemy spotted B. Enemy spotted B.
I did one.
Die.
Spike down, B. One enemy remaining.
Together, we will bury them under their transgressions.
Are these guys even trying? Holy shit. I'm not even having to try at all.
Decoy.
Together.
Cutting through.
I am the hunter.
Killed them.
No more.
One enemy remaining. Spike down, B.
Yeesh.
Last round in the half.
Save nothing.
I can buy.
Need a drop. Thank you. What do you need?
Ooh, maybe.
There.
I'll return.
There they are.
I'm surprised I got that.
Welcome to my world.
They will come.
Spike planted.
Portal closed.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
I see some boxes. You're right. You're right. You're right. Oh,
Switching sides.
Eyes up.
For you, hermanita.
Cutting through. Deep.
Removed. You're done.
Lamps.
Plant the spike.
One enemy remaining.
Portal closed.
Our capture is dead.
Spike down A.
I have the spike. Spike planted.
in the CT.
Last player standing.
Jesus.
Shadows traveling.
Don't know why I kept trying. It was a fake. He heard a footstep out there. Nice.
Act on my intel. Don't give them time to reposition.
Forcing off that.
I'm buying. I'm buying.
Quiet now.
Time to jump.
Scanning ahead. There they are.
He didn't teleport to it.
Planted.
Opponent killed.
Reloading.
78 Sage.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Stay flank.
Match point.
How this will end.
Nice.
Need a drop. Thank you. Do you smell their panic?
Something resist.
Decoy.
Enemy
Out
spotted.
of charges.
Current division.
Last player standing.
Oh, the Silva clutches this.
Scanning ahead.
Thirty seconds left.
Nice, I like it. Right in the open. I like doing shit like that.
Revealing area. Found them. Shot down.
One enemy remaining.
The nade. Good try.
They demand a fight. Who are we to disobey?
Full buy with a judge and light shield. Just finish this. We gotta finish this.
Time to jump.
Big Saber is hop on, this thing kind of slow.
Dude, I literally hit him.
Yo, Euro, you have spike. Someone tell Euro he has spike.
Yuri has spike.
Oh man, how old are you?
Enemy spotted A.
Here.
Enemy spotted A.
Oh, dude, that's a free kill, Omen. Let's go. Knife him, knife him. Oh my
Beautiful. GG.
Attackers win.
Are you immortal? Are you smurfing? Are you smurfing? Are you immortal? Tell me, tell me, tell me.
Nice. 56.
If pain is more real than anything else, what's even more real than pain is whatever we have to fight off the pain. And that's free speech. It's identical with freedom of thought. It's associated with this capacity and necessity to listen deeply. They're flip sides of the same coin, to use a terrible cliche. And all the clinical data we have, including the more stringently research-oriented clinical inquiry, indicates quite clearly that the exchange of information like that, the generation of semantic and emotional information in a state of relative freedom, the revelation of those thoughts, and then the discursive analysis of those thoughts, say, and then the implementation into action and the testing of them, that is the pathway to health, insofar as that can be attained by, say, psychological or spiritual means. And so that's why free speech is not just another freedom or right among many. It's certainly not viewpoint diversity or anything like that. It's the mechanism by which we generate the conceptions that allow us to organize our experience in the world. It's that mechanism. And more than that, it's the mechanism that allows us to reformulate and criticize those conceptions when they've become outdated and sterile, to dissolve them into a chaos that we have to contend with while it's occurring, and then to reanimate them in a new form so that we can move into the future.
Match found.
It's wonderful to be here. This is such a remarkable place, and for a Canadian in particular, with our rather, what would you say, paucity of history, it's really something to come here and see a place that's so saturated with, I would say, beauty and integrity. I hope you know what you have and that you take careful care of it, because it certainly deserves it. I'm going to speak tonight as a clinician, I would say, about free
I'll
speech.
play Sage if you want to play like a duelist or something.
Dr. Orr
Smoke
gave a bit of an account of the battle behind the scenes, so to speak, that took place so that I could come here and talk, and that's much appreciated. A lot of people put a lot on the line to make this possible. But I find the debate itself somewhat of a mystery. I can't really understand why it's raging precisely the way it is raging.
Do you have smoke,
And
Shadow Monk?
I would say that specifically from a clinical perspective.
I got all the smokes.
I'm going to tell you a little bit about a clinician.
Bro, Astra or
Really?
Brimstone?
Do you have
Really?
cat piss?
I've
Do you have
studied
cat piss?
the people I regard as the
you
great
talking about
clinicians in
stank.
some detail and learned a lot
Oh,
from
but I
them
thought
in
you were
terms
talking
of
about
their
smoke.
particular school
No, we're talking about that TV,
psychotherapeutic
bro.
endeavor, let's say, or their historical background or their genre. I learned a lot from Freud in the psychoanalysis, from Carl Jung, from Rogers, who was a humanist, from Maslow, who was perhaps equally outstanding as a humanist psychologist, the existential psychologists, and the cognitive behavioral types, who were much more cut and dried, let's say, in their approach than, you know, the more mythologically oriented, narrative oriented psychoanalysts. They all had something to teach me, and I learned it with great, what would you say? I was driven by a great need to learn what they had to say, and thank God for that. Since they were clinicians, you'd hope that reading
Alright, I
what
think
they
we just
wrote
hard
would be
rush on a
helpful, and
B.
certainly
Alright.
was helpful to me
You
personally.
guys follow. Yeah, you guys look
in the
follow
context
close
of my
behind me.
profession, but then
Right?
also in my
Wait.
interpersonal relationships.
Actually, you guys follow
Unbelievably
close behind
helpful.
me.
And I would say
You want to run in first, bro?
stellar piece of advice that I ever encountered
bet,
that was
dude.
actually both,
You got some
I would
balls,
say,
but look, I gotta
profound
get in
some
position to
sense,
put
but
my
also
firewall up so we can have some cover there, bro.
immediately
Alright,
came
go ahead,
from
go
Carl
ahead.
Rogers, and
Alright,
Carl
look.
Rogers did an awful lot of clinical
Well, here's what I think we
research
try,
into
alright?
clinical efficacy,
We
as
hit
well
it
as
quick. I'm gonna
being a
throw
rather reputable
the smoke up
theorist.
like
Now,
this,
his background is
and then
somewhat
throw a
unique.
fire.
He was really an
Either
evangelical
logs or mark it,
Protestant
depending
up
on what
until the time
scenes
he became a young
like
man.
we
He was
needed.
going to go to China
And then
as a
we all just hit on the
missionary
side together.
and stopped because of his developing agnosticism, and then I would say atheism as a consequence of his inability to
They're
reconcile
close. We got this still. We're good.
between science and religion. But
Wait.
clinical thinking is that foremost upon them, I would
Nice.
say, would be something like respect for the word. In
I'm getting sexed on.
Capitalized a phrase, respect for the divine word.
Oh, no, we don't
In a
speak like that.
secularized fashion. But Roger was also extraordinarily careful, I would say, to elaborate
One flanking.
beyond the word
Flanking.
to the act of the exchange of words, let's say, because
Can I
for
get
anyone
you?
to speak, in some
I
sense,
had to
you
use
need
it. My bad. No, no, you're
What that
good.
means is that if you're going to be a participant in a good conversation, or you might even say a therapeutic conversation,
Last player
not only do
standing.
you have to be an active speaker, but you have to be
One enemy remaining.
an active listener. And it stays a
Cut your
cliche
bullshit.
unless
Why
you
didn't it
understand
fucking
what it
heal you?
means. But if you understand what it
barely
means, then it can
opposite.
stop being a cliche. And I can tell you that if you take
It was in the
nothing else
corner a little-
from
or
this
against the wall, it's a
lecture,
little too much.
but you practice this, it will
so
completely
smart, Shadow
transform
Man.
the way that you interact with people. And that's something that's worth noting too, that something like this can in fact completely
A pro
transform
would
the way
have
that
bounced
you
it off the
interact
corner
with people.
perfectly,
And
so
that it's
that it's,
actually
like,
something
covering
in
it,
some
but
sense
also
that's simple
covering
enough
him
to
there
learn
on the
in a
edge.
very short period of time.
Are you a pro,
So
Shadow Man?
Roger said
I'm
that
just
he
fucking
had
around.
noted in his interactions with people in the clinical
pro would
domain
only know to say
that
that.
it was very
Like, only a
difficult
pro
for
would
people
say
to
that they were
listen,
just
and that
fucking
most
around.
people had never really been listened to at all, or that many had never been listened to at all, never
Don't worry,
really
guys.
attended
I will take us
properly,
to
let's
the-
say,
Oh,
by
force
their
this one,
parents
force this
during
one.
the
We
course
won the
of
first
development.
Wait, this
No, we
dude's a
didn't.
Never had
professional?
We didn't.
mentor or a teacher who
thought I
really
recognized him,
attended
bro.
to them and listened. And
Yeah, it's Shadow
Rogers
Man,
also
aka
noted that
Shazam.
No fucking
you
way, bro.
listening maybe
Didn't you
thinking
just
that
win
that's
last
not
night?
You, like that person you have to be.
What the sex
Or as a
on the
listener, you're
beach?
perfectly
I had to
good
use
at
my
it.
heal, by the way.
You would say, no, probably not.
Yo, what the fuck? I'm down the lane?
Positive little experiment that you
Bro,
do.
that's just
And I
me
would
fucking
highly
blinded.
recommend that you run this experiment every time you talk to people for the rest of your life, because it really works.
They have Phantom. She was just like,
And it points to something deep that we'll go into after the
Last player standing.
practicalities. So Rogers said there's an axiom of his theoretical stance,
blame it on
let's say, and
Fishy.
derived it in no small part
Hey,
from
fuck you.
Freudian revelations. I mean, Freud
Okay. Wait, what?
basically what Freud did in his clinical practice was have people come into his
One
office,
Fishy?
his
When are we
clinic,
fucking?
lay down on the couch,
Don't
hid,
worry,
not
guys.
visible,
Defender is so
and
much
talk.
easier on this map.
And the instruction was, say
So if we can
anything
win at least
that comes to
5,
mind. Anything
I
and
think
everything
we're in
that
a
comes
good
to mind.
spot.
So completely untrammeled, revelatory thought.
But the way it's looking
But
right
it's
now,
slow,
very
Freud's
no
dominating,
rushing,
so
no
let's
was that
fucking
you
go.
let people do that and maintain an active listening environment, even though you were hidden. He didn't want you to be dissuaded or persuaded in your utterances by any reflection of emotion on his face. That you would just have the opportunity to wander haphazardly through your
They're
field
watching.
of
They're watching
thought.
that.
And what
Woman, don't
Freud
go.
came to realize was that
like
the
you-
haphazard
you know,
nature of that tended to transform rather quickly into something that was much more coherent and much less contaminated with excess
should go ahead.
emotion. And so that if you just
Explain
let
that.
the
Stuck here.
revelatory
They've
thoughts
run
and
my fire.
speech
Yes.
occur,
I'm
that
stuck.
in itself was therapeutic. And that was a
Go,
that
go,
was
if they helped you out.
There's a Phantom right there,
radical claim
Holman.
for its time.
Okay,
But in
good.
some sense, it's not that radical at all, unless you think
It's clear
that
back here.
speech is divorced entirely from
Yeah, I'm
thought,
running all the way around.
which
Go.
it certainly is not, although thought cannot be reduced merely to speech, because there are forms of thought that are imagistic, let's say.
Probably
but
one anchoring
certainly
here,
much
so.
of what goes on in the theaters of our imagination that constitutes thought is in the form of speech. You could say, well, we think with speech, and thought is in many ways internalized speech. And so the notion
One
that
enemy remaining.
allowing yourself
30 He's on
B, he's on B, hit
what
it.
you actually think about things by talking about them might be good for you if thought is in some important sense linked to, well, your bodily incarnation, let's say. And if it's not, well then what good is it? And so technically speaking, the
Whoa,
part of the
somebody
brain
look
that
at this
produces
part. Holy shit.
semantic
I'm
content,
literally an
the
artist.
prefrontal cortex, usually in the left, but it depends to some degree on lateralization and handedness. We don't have to get into that. The prefrontal
I
cortex
blame that Roman
grew
Fishy.
out of the motor cortex in the course of evolutionary history.
Wasn't so
And so what
cracked in his
happens
mind,
in the theater
Gray
of
wouldn't
thought
have
is
died.
that potential actions and perceptions are
thank you.
tried out for potential
No, you killed
utility.
Gray,
So
you
they're
fuck.
revealed
Sorry.
in a sense, and then
Oh, man, you're by
potentially
yourself,
criticized
Finley.
out of
I know.
existence before you implement
Everybody walk.
them stupidly in behavior and die. And I believe it was Alfred North
Oh, they're
Whitehead
about to know
said
we're
the
here.
purpose of thought is to let our thoughts die instead of us, which is correct, right? It's correct biologically, it's correct
I'll shoot the blind if it
technically,
appears,
it's correct
alright?
philosophically, and it's worth
Oh,
thinking
no.
about. So,
He's gonna ult me?
well, Freud let people reveal
Wait, he doesn't have
themselves
ult.
to themselves. Now, later investigations,
All right, what do you hear,
particularly
Roman?
by James Pennebaker, showed
good.
that
I heard
the
that.
Freudian
Nice, nice.
transformation in
All right, I'll start
what did
faking and
occur,
execute
say,
on
in
it.
relationship to trauma was not a consequence of emotional catharsis, which was Freud's part of Freud's essential hypothesis, although he was more sophisticated than that, but actually a consequence of the cognitive reconstruction and reappraisal that occurred attendant
Alright, I'm
upon
rotating
speech
Killjoy.
related, let's say, to trauma, to revelatory speech related to trauma. Now, there are other ways of engaging in such things. There's the pure revelatory application.
Oh, no,
One of the things
Omen.
you do as a clinician. You try
Damn,
your
bro.
best just-
Coming out of
someone
garden.
would come and see me. Well, at first they were very tentative because you see a clinical psychologist, right? I mean, you only do such a thing if you're driven to desperation in some sense. You have to admit to yourself that you're no longer capable of dealing with your own affairs, or that at least something could be improved. And you have to turn to a relative outsider. So it's a somewhat humiliating
Smoke? I
initial
mean,
step.
Stairs?
I would say if you ever know anyone who needs to be convinced,
One
to be a
enemy remaining.
psychologist because things have got
Lane. Nice.
way forward to that is just to tell them to try.
Oh my
it
god, I
once,
got selfish. I
right?
fucking
Because
healed
it's
myself.
Not a long-term commitment. I would tell
No,
them
you're
when
good.
they walk into my office, you know. Well, we'll see how this goes, and I know
Tico.
you're uncomfortable about
Or not
being there and
Tico,
disoriented
fucking
and all that, but
Fishy.
let's try it out
I
for
have
one
ult, so
session.
I'm gonna
and
lurk in case
if it
things go
works,
south, and then I
you
can
sick,
you
drop
could have
spike.
another one, and then you could decide again then.
You guys like
So
COVID,
you know, it's
Fishy?
a gentle introduction.
Or is your
And,
voice just always raspy? Really? Your voice is cool as fuck then?
I would never assume to begin with that I knew what was wrong with them.
Yeah,
I was never
like
striving
Fishy.
for a diagnosis, and that was partly because I was formally trained as a cognitive behavioral psychologist. And cognitive behavioral psychologists are much more concerned with the particularities of perception and behavior than with such things as psychiatric diagnostic categories. And so it was a very strategic approach. And
Oh my
one that was
God,
really based
fuck
on
me.
a gentle and
I'll shoot
facilitating
them all.
application. Well, there must
What?
be something
Got
wrong
your
in your life,
trail.
I would presume, because here you are, or you're trying to make something that isn't so good better. That's another possibility. I wouldn't presume to know what that is, because what do I know about you? Like nothing. And so a lot of the initial
One
stuff
enemy
was just,
remaining.
Shit, my
well,
bad.
what's wrong? And as far as you, how would
This
you
all died.
describe in this detailed fashion
That's good. Their eco
what's wrong?
is fucked.
And then, if things weren't wrong,
We win this
well,
next
what
round,
might
they're
they
actually
look
gonna be
like?
shitting
So-
themselves.
And that's a great thing, by
Yeah,
the
we
way.
got
if
six.
you're
They do have-
arguing
look, they do have
about
three
an
ults.
intimate relationship, right?
They have
Because
3 ults, so
there's
let's try
some
something-
issue on the table.
honestly,
and one of the things you can ask them is, well, what are your
mid-
conditions
mid.
of satisfaction?
Yeah, let's.
Like if this was
Facts. I feel like if we go through
And
any
I
of
have
the
Riley
races,
still.
What are your
what is it
yeah,
that
any
I
of the
would
races,
have to offer?
anybody
What
got
is it
some
would
smoke
have to change
preferences?
that I could actually
Smoke preferences.
practically
Let's do one
implement
here
right now. One
and
way
one
of doing
here.
that, by the way, is sometimes the person wants you to say something, an apology. You have to be agree that perhaps you should utter an apology, but you can say to them, well,
He's in there.
what words should I couch this apology in that would be sufficient as far as you're concerned? And they're going to say, well, you have to figure that out on your own, or if you love me, no, and that's like,
Oh, fuck,
no,
I'm dead.
I'm stupid. And I don't
I
know
use
what
you.
would satisfy you, and I'm awkward at
Fucking
these sorts of
pussy.
things, and I could use a hand at
Sorry.
practice,
God
and
damn
so
it,
maybe
dude,
if
I
you
do
just let
too.
me stumble through this apology in the manner that you
One
see fit,
enemy
Alright, we go-
remaining.
as a genuine actor, that maybe the next time I do
He
it,
has
I'd
to
be a
be
little
over
better
here.
at it.
These fucking tiles, bro.
Spike down
Satiated
mid.
Dude's such a weirdo.
First utterance, because you're not going to get it, because you're
What
likely
if
to
maybe
be
Rez?
someone who's a little more sophisticated and intelligent than you are.
Yeah, but he's
So-
on your body.
So that's very helpful. So
And I'm doing with you right now. Use the next match.
So the clinical sessions were as
Nice, good job.
free and
Eco-res,
exchange of
eco-res.
information as I could manage. And
I
one
can
of the
buy
things
anybody.
I did notice consistently in my
Win.
clinical practice
Tell
was
me
that
where to go.
if I really listened
Yeah,
to
we're
the
good for
person,
now.
they
That was,
were
dude, look at their
unbelievably
fucking
Yeah,
interested.
now they actually broke.
So I would
Now
say
they actually broke for
this
sure.
is
Oh
rather
god.
corrosive
Now look, if we win this one, dude, it's actually
But if
smooth
you're
sailing. So
bored in
look,
the
we need to play extra
conversation,
tricky
you're
here.
the
Alright, play
boring
for picks.
person.
Tricky,
I'm gonna
tricky.
make some
Extra
noise
Because you're
B.
not listening.
Alright.
'Cause if you
And
were
look, they've got the
listening,
Reyna
that
ult, so
person-
I'm gonna play and make some noise B really fast at the start. You guys wait for my noise, alright?
I'm gonna go pick their noses.
Alright, they smoked me.
Yeah, they
And
smoked
Stim Beacon.
mid.
There's 2 here.
They're gonna push you from mid.
I have my heaven smoke ready. Let me know when we're pushing in.
I'm walking to you guys.
Alright, I'm dropping my smoke. Dropping smoke on tree now too. Go.
Just walk up. I'm watching. Go.
Placing swarm grenade.
Uh,
Placing swarm
Sky's going heaven if you know you catch up. Oh.
Damn, 234. 2 more back there.
One
Nice.
enemy remaining.
Good shit, you guys.
Oh shit. What a wall. Oh shit. What a slow.
Cover going out.
Good job.
They actually saved this round.
Yeah, they just won classics.
I know what must
And their
be done.
econ is still
Alright, and then we win
terrible.
them again. We win and then we break them again.
Thanks.
Classic rounds every other round. Bro, again, we'll have to be playing against classics every other round if we keep it up like this.
Look, and now we just hit them hard. And look, we do something really selfish here. Look, we all just play on site and just die to the spike. Because honestly, we're all pretty much max creds. And we just hard rush in, bro, play on the site, and don't worry about even worrying about the guns.
Shadows.
Alright, smoking CT in market right now.
Shadows traveling.
Dart.
Yeah, there's. I'm gonna wall behind us.
I'm blinded. There's 2 there.
We died to just random spray.
Me too.
Spike down
smokes.
B.
I'm not pushing through that yet. Fuck.
Nice.
Last player standing.
CT. Nice pick. Behind soon if they are.
Silver's on side.
Yep.
Sounded like that does.
Damn, nice shot.
Sure.
Alright, so they stacked up, dude. That was 4 there.
On his head.
We'll take back what is mine.
I just
Guys, these guys are worried about our executes because they're so clean. And so look, we need to just keep pulling them apart. Alright, so let's do Omen, you smoke on B for me. Facts. You guys walk up A, bro. Omen, you smoke B for
Yeah,
me.
I like it. Yeah, I like faking smokes. Fully fake
Look,
this B. With extra
Facts,
noise from
facts.
2 people and a smoke.
Cover going out.
I have
Yeah,
my
market.
Cover.
Smoke.
They went for a fake blind. Or for a blind.
Joke's over.
There's at least 2 here. They'll
They just stay quiet here. Stay quiet here.
go.
I've got your trail.
I hear them leaving.
She was already
But
on
this
it.
guy just
She
opens,
knows
that's
we're
gonna
here.
give it away.
Nice, I'm
Nowhere to run.
How? Dude, are you
He's so bad.
Last player standing.
Hey man, bro, I couldn't get him.
They won because of a fucking Sova ult. That's such bullshit.
They also rotated very quickly.
in. Got it?
After I defused, I couldn't
Literally,
get away
Sova
from
got the luckiest fucking ult on me. Just fucking did it anywhere.
Alright, let's just play this round slow. In general.
Alright, I'm gonna lurk A if I can.
We're broke after this. Some of us are broke after this round if we lose this. Although, it'll be okay.
Enemy spotted mid here.
Drop the spike. Watch them run. I got the spike. Spotted B. Heal here. Blinding. Cover going out.
No way I missed that, bro. He crouched under my fucking bullets, dude.
Enemy
Down on catwalk.
here.
Sova was CT at B side. Like there when I saw him last.
Reloading.
Nice.
Yeah, just take it. Oh,
Are you fucking
Down.
that brim, dude.
One garden.
Here.
He went up, he went up.
Last player standing.
died from behind more times than I can fucking count. But I've only died 6 times. So I think you know what that means. I can't count very high.
Woo! We got this.
I need a drop. Cheers.
Come on, guys. You guys gotta stay loose. You gotta fucking joke around a little bit.
Dude, facts, bro.
Like, don't get...
I was trying to think of a
tense.
funny response. I just am not quick enough right now.
I know a good
Alright.
response.
Literally, so if we win these next 2, we win the game, I swear. Defender is just so easy.
Dude,
It's
so easy,
on this
bro.
map.
And it doesn't even matter if we win next 2. We win either way.
Good attempt. Reloading.
Nice.
Reloaded.
Initiated. Reloading.
Careful, women.
I
The
can't
spike
see
over.
shit.
Zola is right now.
Joke's over.
Enemy
You're
kill.
dead.
Swarm. Oh. I think.
Dude, there, one's on site, one was
Player
heaven.
standing.
You have your blind and TP.
One enemy remaining.
You have TP, bro.
I didn't know how to use TP there to benefit me whatsoever. I'm like, you're yelling at TP. I'm like, yeah, but that's probably gonna get me killed.
My bad. I was thinking you like TP behind dice like this, bro, and peek out from this angle.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I'm not
From
gonna
where?
lie.
Like when you're under hell on this side, you can peek out. You can teleport from either of these sides to the dice, and then walk around it. Look, you put like a smoke right in front of the raft.
Isn't your head kind of a little like he wouldn't? My head wouldn't actually be exposed with the animation of me teleporting. He'd see me teleporting here from the animation, right? It peaks up.
Oh.
The animation is higher than your head.
I'm gonna just
So if
try
he
and get
swings
a
out while I'm
pick
teleporting, then
on
I'm
it.
just like stuck behind the 2 little blocks. I don't know. It's not really any different from being in hell.
I don't know, facts. You could have like peeked him and then teleported the other corner and blinded. There's, I don't know. I like them.
It just threw me off thinking of teleport.
Facts. I shouldn't have been yelling anything while you were playing. That's on me.
I probably would have fucked up anyways. He's the top guy.
Not good. We're better. Don't worry.
Your way.
Cover going out.
I'm watching mid, by the way.
Cover going out.
I have my ulti. Nice.
I got a pick. Let's go.
All right, hey, start moving towards B.
Getting
Let me,
pushed.
look, start moving towards B. We're about to ult in. You have the spike near alone.
Healing you.
Nice.
I got him. I got him. I got him. I got him this time.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
All right, you guys ready?
I'm gonna smoke market.
I'm still watching mid.
Careful now.
Someone might be sitting.
Yeah, on
house
site,
again.
on site.
Sky
He has a
mid, by
nice
the way.
trade.
Here.
Both coming on site.
Be a fucking ass. On stairs.
Dude, in boathouse and in CT.
30 seconds
baiting it.
left.
Nice.
I'm baiting
Watch
it.
out, they're there.
One enemy remaining.
No, he's logs.
I've got your trail.
Nice shot, bro.
Good shit.
Good job, guys.
Switching sides.
All right, now we slide on the asses on defense, bro.
What do you think they're coming around 1? Everyone, what are your thoughts?
For what? Of Chris Brown.
Where do you think
getting-
they're coming? Round 1?
Oh, probably B.
I don't know, but my fucking hands are cold. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go beat my dick for 2 seconds.
No problem.
Reloading. Reloading.
Cover going out.
Smoke it.
Here.
Careful now.
Headshot.
Okay, did you know the setup for B?
Reloading.
Reloaded.
52.
Behind the box. Behind the box.
Oh, why are we pushing? What the fuck?
Swarm grenade out.
They're both in there, or if we haven't seen Phoenix actually.
We're trying to
But
show them our
someone's in-
aggression. as well.
Oh, they're both there. Nice.
Remaining.
I'm on my way. I'm trying to...
Turret destroyed.
Nice shooting, Drake.
All right. I did.
Yo,
There's a sheriff in here
KJ,
somewhere.
do you know the setup for B or no?
I got
Like
your
where you
back.
hide the
Just,
Killjoy swarm grenades on either sides of
Like
this
if
wall
you
kind of
put
thing.
Yeah.
put your stupid fucking your bot there.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then,
the
play
classic Killjoy setup. Yeah.
The Killjoy setup that fucking destroys everybody. Yeah. I hate that fucking setup. I hate
It's so
going
annoying to
against
play
Killjoy.
against. Yeah, yeah, it's fucking annoying. Might as well just put them through it.
Yo, I'm just gonna wall this Phoenix. I'm gonna wall this up.
You should wait like half a second, bro, and let me try something.
Alright, you go ahead and peek. Go ahead and peek. Oh my god, you have arcane?
There.
They're smoking mid. I'm dropping the door mid. Walling now, walling now.
Yep.
Breaking wall. One left. Arena.
They're pushing.
One's on site. I'm dead.
I realized at the last second, like, what am I holding as a Bucky? And it kind of fucked with my head that it was a Bucky. Should have bought the Spectre that I wanted.
Reloading.
Embarrassing.
Last player standing. 30 seconds left.
Stay down. Here.
Spike planted.
And that dude got.
That's a spot to camp, I guess.
Even with
That's something you
numbers,
can
anything
do.
can still happen. Remember that.
What a cuck, though.
Turret out.
Placing alarm bot.
Let's make sure we can full buy next round.
Yep, yep.
I will rip the light from them. Shadows traveling.
There he.
Dart A.
Shadows traveling. Joke's over. You're dead.
Dude, he fucked me, man.
$113 on Phoenix and 29 Reyna.
Spike planted.
Sitting right fucking there, you can... The Sova dude is so annoying.
Turret out.
Last player standing.
Where are we going this time? Remember
I need to learn how to be a really annoying Sova.
Alright, full buy up, guys, and let's play very slow, alright?
Yeah, this game's getting away from
Are
this
we
quick.
planning for retakes? Then I'm just gonna fucking... I'm walling A right away.
Just get that first pick and just don't peek too hard, you know?
We can push them back.
Here. Reloading.
Cover going out.
It's quiet.
One tiles.
I hear them leaving.
No charges.
One came mid.
Catwalk. They're in middle again.
Enemy spotted mid.
Pushing in Sage.
No way I missed.
Fuck, there's
all three mid. All three mid. Last three are in mid.
I've got your trail.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Nice.
Spike down.
Spike's down in
Defender
spawn.
Spike's in defender spawn.
He's in market.
Hold the cross.
Watch bomb.
30 seconds left.
I'm gonna try to come to the bomb if you can.
He's there.
Enemy in defender spawn.
Just go around. Flank
I
him.
thought he dropped down in the woods there.
You got the spike?
No way he has time.
10
No,
seconds
yeah,
left.
no way he has time to run all the way to A.
Actually, that's bull.
He does have
Go.
time. He does have time.
Yep.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Fucking kidding me. He's right on door him. He's right on door handle. Come on. He's gotta be. No.
Good job. Good job.
Nice.
Wow. Impressive.
Oh my god, no time? No time? Just save for next round? Oh my
No,
god.
there's time. Oh.
Just drop it? Oh my god, no time. No time. You're throwing.
You're so funny.
Let's get these idiots.
You're so funny.
Are we fooling?
Actually, I'm gonna marshal. I'm gonna marshal.
Turret out.
Yeah, I can't really afford a full buy here. I'll just do that. Ask for a buy next round.
I will be their nightmare.
Pushing B.
Cover going out. Watch your eyes.
One mid.
Spike down.
Spike's still
Brand
down.
pushing up mid.
Damn, they're already up mid. Holy shit.
Yeah, he took me. He ran past me so
149
fast.
Phoenix.
101 to Brim.
Player standing.
You can trust my bots. They only malfunctioned that one time, and honestly, she won't miss that finger.
We just lost a 4 stack. That's crazy. These guys came out this half and actually wanted to hit their shots.
Yeah, it's weird.
Alarm bot out.
They all called their big brothers over to help them.
Right?
Let's fly.
Their dad got on. The CSGO legend.
What's this?
Dad,
They are pushing A.
Smurfs. Okay.
Joke's over.
Catwalk. Watch out for catwalk already.
Please.
I'm coming, Sage. Hide.
Please.
Of course, he's just right fucking behind me. Tree.
Last player standing.
Now I have a Bucky. Oh, hi.
What the
What?
fuck?
Those shits? That was pretty fucked up. I think
that threw everything off, bro.
yeah.
You guys both were looking at the gun and then looked up at each other.
Drill. Stick to your roles, and we'll crush it.
You guys said, "Oh shit."
Alright, I'm forcing. I feel like it's the best move right now.
Turret out.
They fucking ulted me and then sprinted as fast as they could to the back of
Alright, so don't wall it off instantly. Wait for me to use my lineup again, alright? Just be ready to peek with me right here first. Alright, trust, bro. This lineup makes it so they're standing in the fire blinded.
Pushing me.
Alright, I'm running fast rotate over.
Me too.
The Brim usually goes mid, so just keep that in mind.
I'm going all the way through their spawn quick.
Stay down. I'll feed us in. Enemy spotted. B. Enemy
I'm behind in their
Sky.
spawn, guys. This place. Oh.
140 Sky.
Just chill out. Just chill out.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Nice.
This place is nice, but not nice enough to die in. Let's
Alright, let's do it again, Sade.
Yep.
And like I said, get ready to peek because you see where the molly lands. I'm throwing the blind and it should land at the same time.
Omen, come to B. Or come to A. Come to A.
Look, bro, throw a
Because
smoke right here instantly.
If we do
Omen.
damage, we need somebody to back us up if we die.
Backs him, bro. Right at the starting round, throw your smoke like this.
Cover going out. Pushing, one pushing behind them.
Reloading.
Nothing. Okay, they're pushing up that though.
I'm all on that.
They want
I'm
mid
going
again.
to-
They're going to market again. They like to push that.
They're breaking the wall.
Dude, he's hurt. Oh, damn. I thought you were right there, Omen.
Sorry, I was ulting onto boathouse just to get here.
Bad, bro.
Fuck, dude.
I think it's A, actually. Oh, shit.
No,
It's B.
help me.
Let's over here.
Nice, bro. Do you?
Rena's low.
Last player standing.
Dude, why are you such a fucking pussy?
Yeah, bro. Good shot.
I'm gonna 1v4 them. I had to fucking do some weird shit there.
No, not you.
Oh.
Match
Yeah, no,
point.
the fucking stupid fucking I don't know, bird bitch was sitting right here like a little bitch.
Oh, the Sky. She
Yeah,
has me
hiding in the
camping
fucking
the first
corner
time.
through smoke.
Oh, she
Little
does.
fucking pussy, man. Honestly deserves to die. I hate people. I hate this game.
Alright, full buy. It's match point. We need to win.
I hear A.
I've got your
They
trail.
broke my wall.
This guy's B.
Joke's over! You're dead!
It's A.
They
Spike
broke my
down
wall.
A.
Dude, I had to fucking reload. Alright, one's in garden, hit 88. Reyna's on site.
One enemy remaining.
Nice, bro. He's hit
Okay.
88.
Where?
He was garden last. Right side
They didn't
garden.
plant, so.
Nice.
Holy.
Fucking
Omen, go pick up a
right.
vandal, and then we'll buy you
Spike
that if
spotted
you
A.
want it. If we, if we can fucking afford it.
Alright.
I need a drop. Cheers.
turret out.
Can someone get this?
Wait, what? I'll just buy that. Fuck. I'm stupid.
Keep it cool. That's how you survive.
Some.
I'm just pushing. I'm just fucking
Fucking mid
hard
again.
rotating.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, 120 on him at least.
Shit.
Spike down mid.
Like down
Mid.
mid.
Two, y'all got that.
Like down like right here.
To your left.
Fuck Phoenix.
One enemy
mid.
remaining.
Good job, Phoenix, man.
Tiles. And I got spiked down like here, so he's going to get that. I come to you, market.
What the f? What just happened with your gun?
talking about that shit right now. What the fuck? Be close now so your util stays active. Okay. Oh my god, good catch. I'm glad I told you to sit there.
Look, don't start resting. Still work to do.
Gray, you're so gray, dude.
So gray. You're so fucking gray, man. It's just a really fucking great job.
All right, Omen, can you throw a smoke right here at the start of the round for me?
Yep.
Bet, bro. Yeah, I'll hold mid for us.
They like to smoke that mid entrance. Keep up. Thanks. That you're staring at. Like to smoke you out.
Forward. Yeah, smoke it for me.
Cover going out.
Yep.
I'm grabbing orb.
On the catwalk already, guys.
Should be going tiles.
Dude, what, bro? They're in tiles and catwalk, guys. I don't know where they're probably
They're
headed.
doing their mid push again. Probably just playing for pick, see where they can go.
Got 40 on the sky.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
What the shit?
How did they do that?
4 of them pushing the garden. They went through mid to fucking tree quietly.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
Joke's over. You're there for hellfire.
Attackers win.
Okay. It's Valheim time. Or something else. Maybe I've been just playing those 2 games for a bit.
Person is a strange creature, man. And if they told you what they're actually up to, if this was resolved to your satisfaction, what is it that I would have to offer? What is it that would have to change that I could actually practically implement right now? And one way of doing that, by the way, is sometimes the person wants you to say something, an apology maybe, and you have to agree that perhaps you should utter an apology, but you can say to them, well, what words should I couch this apology in that would be sufficient as far as you're concerned? And they're going to say, well, you have to figure that out on your own, or if you loved me, you'd know. And that's like, no, I'm stupid. And I don't know what would satisfy you, and I'm awkward at these sorts of things, and I could use a hand at practice. And so maybe if you just let me stumble through this apology in the manner that you see fit as a genuine actor, then maybe the next time I do it, I'd be a little better at it. But don't expect satiating perfection first utterance, because you're not going to get it, because you're likely tangled up with someone who's no more sophisticated or intelligent than you are. So that's very helpful. So the clinical sessions were as free an exchange of information as I could manage. And one of the things I did notice consistently in my clinical practice was that if I really, really listened to the person, they were unbelievably interesting. And so I would say, this is rather corrosive bit of self-reflection, but if you're bored in a conversation, you're the boring person, right? Because you're not listening. Because if you were listening, that person is a strange creature, man. And if they told you what they're actually up to, first of all, it'd be a shock to them, that's for sure. But if they were telling you, you would not be bored. And so there's a high probability that you're sitting there thinking, what you already know about this person, what you're assuming by the way they're dressed or the way they comport themselves or their class or their social status or their ethnicity or whatever the hell it is, stereotypes that you're using as a replacement for the genuine dialogue. And then you're also sitting there thinking about what you're going to say next when they're talking so that you can impress them and so on and so forth. And you're not doing the kind of listening that Rogers suggested at all, because you're treating the other person as an end to a priori defined instrumental means. And that's a big mistake. And so Rogers thought you could check yourself. And here's the experiment. And this works in a lovely manner. And actually, Rogers' work has been used in conflict management, sociology, and management at fairly high levels of governmental intervention, especially in times of war, because it actually does make peace. And so his rule was, well, first of all, you're going to be afraid to listen. Because if you listen to someone who disagrees with you, and you really listen, they're going to tell you things that will reveal your errors and make you change. And now that might be a good thing if you know that you're so damn ignorant that a little humility is in order, and that the better you could be given rise to in place of the already totalitarian certainty, that constitutes you at the moment. But still, it's especially if you're dealing with someone who truly is different than you, the probability that they'll reveal things in honest dialogue that will shake you to the core is quite high. And that's very common experience in clinical practice. Well, partly why else would it possibly work if that wasn't the sort of thing that was happening? And so that was another barrier to listening, is you don't want the person to reveal themselves and their complexity to some degree, because they shake you to the depths of your core certainties. And that's actually a great thing.